I am Chris Carlin. He is Bart Scott. What is this that you have brought in? You have a croissant that looks like it almost looks like a baked potato the way it's been prepared.
Yeah, it's basically done. It's from the shop. I'm thinking about getting into the matcha business. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a food truck. And I like the way they do this. It's basically a cream cheese croissant, which is better than a cream cheese bagel.
But it's like sliced open. I'm not going to touch it.
They slice the
from the
reverse
side.
way. Yeah.
And it's got chives on top. It looks like a baked potato. Where's the bacon?
Well, instead of having that would be nice.
Yeah, see?
So I'm gonna steal their menu and steal some of their items from because I think this is cool. It's a sesame seed croissant, and then they put the cream cheese in the middle with some scallions.
That's an everything croissant.
Okay, well, everything croissant.
Yeah, which I've never seen before.
And put some cream cheese in the middle, some scallions, you know what I'm saying? Now I can add bacon, intellectual property. Thanks a lot.
Bang!
It's good to have fat friends.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's like, let's take this to the next level.
Chunky is a good guy to have in your pocket. That's what I can say.
So
I don't know if that sounded right, but whatever.
Close enough.
It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN.
And basically I got to eat baby food, basically, because my mouth still hurt.
Yeah, talk to me about the oral surgery. How many wisdom teeth did you get taken out? First of all, let's just call getting your wisdom teeth taken out. Anyway.
Or oral. It sounds kind of funny, especially dealing with time for the last couple of days.
Yeah, again, I didn't need you to bring it up again.
So
what do you got?
I had to get the right top and bottom. For some reason, one of them decided to get a cavity, my second cavity in my life, and then it goes to the wisdom tooth. Baby, how the other tooth was strong enough to go all the time. You just got here. My wisdom tooth only been out and exposed for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Got them in college.
Okay.
They were acting well. They grew in straight, so it wasn't a problem. But then, they started giving me a little, not even pain. I was going to the dentist, and they just saw that it was like a little crack. They're like, hey, do you know your wisdom tooth is cracked? Like, well, no. They'll say, well, how about you give us some money? We'll take care of it for you. Like, yeah. Appreciate it. Like, you don't want it to start hurting. I'm like, that is true because there's nothing worse in this world than a toothache.
It's very hard to function when you have a toothache. I would agree with that.
Can't talk, can't eat.
Among inconveniences, that's a big one. That's a really big one. I would agree with that.
Yeah. And they were like, and plus my mom has always done a great job in taking me to the dentist, and I kind of dropped the ball on myself, not going to the dentist as much. But she always had her kids in the dentist every 6 months.
Really?
Twice a year, we're in the dentist.
I told you I had a dentist that
traumatized you?
Yeah. It was a bad thing.
Was he like the dentist? Was he Steve Martin on Little Shop of Horror?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, no, I'm not kidding here, okay? I'm an 8, 9, 10-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And this dentist would tell sadist and masochist jokes that I would not get.
Yeah.
He's like, what did the sadist say to the masochist when the masochist asked the sadist to hit him? No. An 8-year-old kid's going to get that joke?
And the crazy part is you still remember it.
Yes.
So it means you're thoroughly traumatized.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably should talk to Dr. Phil about that.
And he used to do...
Is he even still allowed to talk to people anymore, Dr. Phil, since we realized that he was a wacko himself?
I don't think so. I mean, that's not where I'm running for the help, but that's just me.
Okay.
But I would say that the other thing he did was, I think I told you this, he would tell me, hey, listen, I only got a drill for about 3 seconds. You don't necessarily need the Novocaine
for 3 seconds.
So I don't know if he was being cheap on not wanting to use the Novocaine or if he just enjoyed, as he's telling S&M jokes to an 8-year-old kid, if he's telling me, hey, I am basically someone that likes to inflict pain upon you, and that's why I became a dentist.
That's why I got into.
But he would do the thing where it would be 1, 2,
2.5.
2.5. It'd be like 10 seconds. I see smoke coming out of my mouth, and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
He's probably dead now.
He's dead. He's long dead now.
But you should dig his ass up and punch him in the face.
That guy, I would. That guy, it turned me off to it my whole life.
Traumatized your whole life, even going to adulthood. Now you have a bad.
I'm like, Mom, can we get a new dentist? No, I like Dr. Sloan. Mom,
you should have told her what he was saying.
Something's going on. You know, there's a little something wrong here.
It was a cry for help. You should have told your auntie.
Anyway, so
auntie would have got at him.
My aunt wouldn't have done jack.
Oh, I thought she was a hard ass.
She was a hard ass, but not on that kind of stuff. She was a hard ass on she's kind of. We went to the Crystal Springs Resort in North Jersey one time for a family gathering, which is a nice place, and it was great. And she's a hard ass when it comes to not having her things. Like, she came out and went to the vending machine, and there was no sour cream and onion chips in the vending machine. And she literally turned around steaming and looked at me and said, "Remind me never to come here again."
Like, really?
Well, she was smoking Carlton 120s her whole life.
But was she like the aunties on The Simpsons?
Yes. Absolutely. I had 2 aunts that were sisters that lived together like that forever. Now, one of them was lovely, and the other one was a giant pain in the ass.
It's usually like that. That's usually how it works.
Anyway, Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Go there.
Hartenstein's coming. He's a pain in the ass.
I'll tell you, it is getting more and more looking like it's going to be seeing the Thunder here in the finals. Now, there are a few different aspects of this that are really interesting. Number one, it's kind of similar to what we were asking before last round, because we talked about the rest versus rust factor and all that stuff, and you wanted to see teams beat the daylights out of each other. Now, you obviously saw that with the Cleveland series prior to playing the Knicks, and the Knicks came out, were very rusty in that game 1, but once they came back, Cleveland was never able to recover after that. And I do think probably being somewhat tired had something to do with that. However,
can't give away one to these guys. You let them get up by 28.
They're not giving up that game.
Right, these are champions.
Yes.
Right, so you much rather go against a young team in the Spurs. If it was my opinion, if I had to choose, you much rather go against the Spurs. Wemby looks like the physicality of Hartenstein, and they're letting them be more physical the longer and longer the series goes. So, like,
you think Mitch could bother Wemby a little bit?
Oh yeah, and even Kat.
Yeah,
like and even OG picking them up full court. So I think that's kind of where you go with it. You can always kind of put hard on SGA and all that stuff, but I think, man, damn it, Philly.
Yeah,
really, Philly. Like, if we lose this one, it's because McCain is going nuclear. This kid
went 20 last night.
Easy 20s. Yeah. First time starting too, and he changed the series.
It was 18 in the second half.
He changed the series.
Yeah,
his 3-point shooting unconscious.
Well, point being, if you're going to get Oklahoma City, there's a couple of different questions you want to ask. Would you rather them actually wrap? Oh boy, you just took a drink and it hit you hard.
That was hot. Burnt my lip.
Oh, I thought it would like burn your incision or something.
No, you see how little this is? So I did it here. So
you got 5 drinks. I can't again. Same thing.
This is tea, but I guess it has milk in it or something that's cooled it.
Yeah.
This one is straight liquid, and it burnt the hell out of it.
Is that coffee?
I don't know. It's like some matcha hajada. It's some bougie stuff. You can look at the croissant and see what we're working with. We work with some bourgeois stuff.
I understand. At any rate, the point being about Oklahoma City is, would you rather at this point, knowing that if there's a game 7, it's Saturday, and they're still going to get 3 days, 4 days of rest in between, right? So it's not like go back and start playing the final a day and a half later. So knowing that, would you rather have them wrap this up now so that you have a similar feeling of both teams having the rust factor to them, if that's what we're talking about, or would you rather have them stretch it out and go to 7 and get beat up a little bit more? Because I know that they would get healthier if they had the extra time off, but at the same time, maybe the rust factor goes out the window for the Knicks at that point.
Well, it goes 2 different ways, right? Because no matter what, the finals is starting win. So the series starts no matter what.
No matter what, the finals start on Wednesday next week.
Okay, so I mean,
June 3rd.
For them, they're trying to get Jalen Williams healthy.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna have enough time to get him healthy. He's basically gonna miss this entire series, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess it doesn't matter. But with the way they're playing, does Jalen Williams give them 10, 15 minutes a game? That kind of helps them get a spark, bring Jalen Williams off the bench. These teams are so crazy. This is the thing. Like, I want them to go against the Spurs because the Spurs have inexperience. Like, this is Fox's last year with that team and Barnes' last year with this team as well. The loser of this series, man, I'm telling you, is going to go nuclear. They have the weapons, the draft capital. So, like, whoever win this year probably going to get their ass whooped next year because the other team's going to go nuclear. And so this might be the Knicks' best chance to win, not only for the East, but just before one of these teams
takes off.
Yeah, before they get okay, we lost, or okay, we won, we're going to go get Kevin Durant type of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I saw one thing yesterday when just in the East, Wendy said, I would not be shocked. It's not going to be long before the Cavs start talking about Giannis. Like, that could be a place where he ends up.
I don't understand, but that means they're going to lose Mobley. Because the only way you're getting Giannis in Cavaliers is if you get Mobley, a 23-year-old all-star defensive player of the year.
But here's the point. Like, Oklahoma City, who has the picks, and apparently, I think I was listening.
They still got an early pick this year.
Yeah.
They got the players. They can sign and trade Dort.
Rick and Dave were talking about it this morning. Oklahoma City still has, and we know this already, like 20 first-round picks in the next 10 years.
Yes.
And like 30 second-round picks, something
Correct.
Stupid. And apparently they love Cameron Boozer and want to try to go up and get him this year. Now, point being is that everybody who doesn't win is going to try to go and do something to put them over the top again. So you're 100% right about not taking for granted the opportunity that you have to be in the finals.
Because the Knicks
it's just
have spent all they can't make any moves. They made every move they can make. They can make small moves, but they're tied in with Bridges, tied in with Cat, tied in with OG, tied in with Hart to a certain extent. $25 million, that's I think a lot of teams would love to have Josh Hart on their team. So if you want to trade Hart, you could probably trade Hart. But, locked in with OG.
Well, I know people aren't going to want to hear
lose
this.
Mitch, right?
Yeah. Well, I know people aren't going to want to hear this. But no matter who they're playing in the finals, they're still a reasonably heavy underdog. Because I was talking with texting with Fortenbaugh yesterday, and we were talking about, we had asked about what the Spurs and Oklahoma City would look like as a finals matchup a few weeks ago for the Knicks in terms of who was going to be favored and what that was going to look like. And at the time, it was like a 4-1 favorite for Oklahoma City. Now it's like minus 260 for Oklahoma City, like minus 210 for San Antonio. So the Knicks are going to be significant underdogs in the finals, no matter who they're playing. And it would seem, no matter what the Jalen Williams situation is. So if all of that is the case, and they have a chance to win the finals, I don't disagree with you. This may be the best chance to do it, and they're not constructed like these other two teams. While all of these pieces are still in place, they're older pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the average age of these guys, both of these teams.
SGA's the old dude.
I mean, what is he, 28?
27?
27? Yeah.
He's the old guy.
That's in this entire series.
Yeah. Chet is part of their core. He's young.
Chet's 24.
Jalen Williams is like 24.
Yeah. So you're right. They're not going anywhere, but as much as the Knicks' window may not be just 1 year, that doesn't mean that their best opportunity isn't going to be right now.
Yo, wouldn't it be crazy? Like, you could see them trading in for Giannis and then say, hey, LeBron, why don't you come over here too? They got money. It's a small market team. They can, you know what I'm saying? They can get two.
You talking about Cleveland, or are you talking about
OKC? No, I'm talking about OKC or San Antonio. Like, they can let De'Aaron Fox go because Dylan Harper's proven that he's ready.
Right. Although he didn't have a great game last night.
Yeah, but Fox is going to be gone. Like, even if the Spurs with Giannis and LeBron, what? With the rest of that squad, let Barnes go so you can get rid of that salary. Barnes and Fox gone. Mm-hmm. Now you just put LeBron there with all the depth they got. And they still got draft picks. And Danny Ainge is next in line because Danny Ainge has been stockpiling picks just like OKC has done. This Sam Presti way of building a team, young, being patient, and going through it and sucking for a couple years. I'm trying to think who's the team that can do that. But, man, like, it's reports out there that Atlanta could be ready for a guy like Giannis. Like, Bancaro for Giannis. Knicks, man, it's gonna get cold in these streets. Detroit with Kawhi, however you feel about it. if Kawhi can stay healthy, that's another two-way.
Well, everybody's going to be loaded for bear this offseason.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's going to load up. Teams that got money going to spend money, and they're going to get players that are proven in this league.
All right. Here is Wendy yesterday on SportsCenter talking about the Knicks and their ability to win the finals.
I spent the second half texting with coaches and executives and scouts saying, hey, can this Knicks team do it? Like, we've seen them now for a month. Can this Knicks team do it? And the answer resoundingly is yes, they can. I mean, can they win 4 more games? They will probably be the underdog, but we don't know who's going to be standing upright in 2 or 3 more games coming out of the West. There's already guys banged up in that series. It wasn't like they won these games, as you said, by 1 or 2 points. They were smashing these teams. You know, I was just talking to members of the Knicks front office, and when they came here a few years ago, Scott, they had no players. Look at this team now. Everybody they put on the court can play. And so, they are going to face a monster next week when this final starts. But they absolutely can win it. This is a team that is very talented and is playing its absolute highest level of basketball.
I want to bring you into something that he's talking about there. He's talking about where they were when this front office got there, and they had no players. Julius Randle was basically their best player, and where they are now. Now, we understand that the single biggest move was obviously Jalen and what he has become. But I want to get your take on this because I've gotten some really interesting answers to this question, more so than I would have anticipated. When you look at the last 2.5 years for the Knicks, 3 years even, okay, after Jalen got here. Because when Jalen got here and started playing at this level, they were going to be a perennial playoff team. But what has taken them to a legitimate championship contender? Which of the moves, it doesn't even have to be the move for a player. It could be the decision to go and get, or to fire Thibodeau and move on to somebody else. What move is it in your mind that took them from perennial playoff team to championship contender on a legitimate front?
OG.
See, this is amazing. I've gotten 3 or 4 people that have said the same thing. Go ahead.
OG's the glue. He's a two-way player, but he's Josh Hart with scoring. OG gives them the size to deal with these big wing players, the Jason Tatums. The hardest thing to do is to get a guy that can defend the wing, right? That's why this might imagine if Asura Thompson had offense. We didn't know that. We knew that OG is basically Passim Siakam, right? Passim Siakam gets no appreciation. When you look up, he's responsible for a lot of winning. And OG, because he's quiet, he's understated, he goes about his business. When you look at his stat line, you look at what he does on the offensive two-way player. Everybody needs a two-way big guy, right? Like Castle, like Dylan Harper, a 6'6", 6'8" guy that can defend bigger men, a 6'8" guy that can defend smaller guys, and a guy that's reliable. I didn't know he can create offense for himself. You know what I mean? He's not the greatest, most creative guy. You're not going to give him some ISO stuff, but he can get to the basket. You look up and look at his stat line. I mean, Cat is a given, right? Cat was supposed to be that, right? Cat's a top 5 pick in this league, right? Jalen Brunson, we've known about him. We did not know about OG. When they were making a trade, they were talking about giving up R.J. Barrett and Quickly. We're giving up 2 players for this dude? This the dude that you've been trying to trade for 2 years? This guy? It's like the northern bias. Nobody paying attention. Nobody watching no damn. When he won, wasn't he on the team when he won with Kawhi?
Yeah.
Nobody remembers him. You remember Passim Siakam, Van Fleet, and Kawhi Leonard. You don't remember him? And he was a younger pup, and he just continued to get better, man.
On the 19 team, he was banged up at the time.
Always banged up. That was his forte.
How much during the finals was he hurt? Yeah, the 18-19, he didn't play during the final or during the playoffs that year.
Right. So
he played 67 games during the season.
So we ain't know nothing about him.
Yeah. And
only
year 2 in the
listen,
in the NBA.
If our viewers were being honest with themselves and then go to Google, I would ask them, what college did OG go to?
Well, that I happen to know because I called his games. So.
Okay, you know.
Yeah.
I bet you the majority of the people, we don't know nothing about this dude, man. This dude's mysterious. That's why them ladies in Hollywood want him. You know what I'm saying? He's been in Canada.
He didn't go someplace that was mysterious.
He was in Canada.
In college?
No, I ain't talking about that.
Oh, that's where he went to college.
Bro, I don't know where he went to college at. But what I'm saying is
Indiana.
He's with Woody?
Yeah. Well, he didn't play Woody for Woody there. But Woody was only the last couple of years before he got fired.
Who the hell pays it? Oh, damn. Got too high pitched. Vibrated my damn incision.
Tooth?
Yeah.
I can kind of tell right now, and this is a little creepy. Don't exaggerate the point. Looking at you speak,
yeah, I
can tell where the pain is in your mouth because your lips are kind of moving differently.
Yeah. It's almost like I had no, I can't make
Not
fun
that
of
I'm looking at your mouth.
Yeah, I can't talk about stroke. This definitely got to be the Bauer Hour.
Again.
It's definitely going to have to be the Bauer Hour. But you know what I'm saying? Like, Indiana. Like, come on, man. That's like the most white, middle of America place. Like, ballers ain't going to Indiana right now. Now, football they might be going, but, like, even back then, like, it was Kentucky, Duke, the Kentucky, Duke, USC, UCLA, Kansas. Like, dude's understated, man. He looked like an Indiana guy, like he'd be a dude walking around with some damn peppermint pants.
But a guy that also fits into whatever you want him to do.
Yeah, got no ego.
Yes.
Dude got no ego.
That, to me, is the biggest factor, is that I've never seen an NBA team that has so many guys that truly don't have an ego about it. And I feel bad that I didn't necessarily believe Cat with everything he was saying earlier this year, but it's true. For me, I think the biggest thing that has taken them from being a perennial playoff team to being a finals contender, and it might be unfair, as much as he set a tone, was the coaching. I fully believe that making the switch right now,
that's tough.
How is that tough? Because look, would any of this have changed? Would Tibbs have changed anything he was doing all year? I don't want to hear about who his bench was last year because he didn't use his bench, period. He hates using his bench at all.
Well, he had to last year, and I think he would have went into this year knowing that he could trust those guys more, so he would have expanded his bench because he had to out of necessity because of the injuries against the Pacers. But now, let's not give Mike Brown all this damn credit. Mike Brown has listened to his team and changed for the last month.
Yeah, but he has listened to his team and he has listened to his assistants. Tibbs, what did Tibbs do? Hang on. What did Tibbs do? Tibbs was always a guy that was known as a hard-headed guy.
Correct.
And it wasn't, I'm going to work these guys so hard and drive them into the ground. It was more about that Tibbs was not going to change the way he did things. He was not going to have the idea that possibly what he was doing wasn't eventually going to work.
I can't say that he wouldn't adjust it. I mean, Mike Brown was basically Tibbs until last month. And he Yes.
Because he was playing guys less and he was playing guys more off the bench.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the offense. The offense was, if it was so great, why didn't he do it during the regular season? We've been talking about, remember, they discovered the high pick and roll late in the season.
Yes.
Like the Karl Malone, Jerry Sloan. So let's not act like he wasn't a certain way.
But
and
when it mattered.
Finally he listened. No, he had to because he found himself down against Atlanta, and he had to listen to all ideas.
But
so he was forced to change.
Do you think Tibbs would have done that?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Well,
and Tibbs absolutely set the tone here for what the organization was going to be.
He would have played Shamet because he started paying Shamet out of necessity last year, and Shamet balled out for him late, right? He would have played Deuce, right? Because he's the one brought Deuce and was heavily responsible for Deuce's development. Mitch Robinson was already there. Clarkson, he would have picked, or he would have picked somebody like Clarkson to be here, whether it was Clarkson or Struder. He would have picked somebody. So he would have still had a 9-man rotation because we knew he would have trusted those players.
This isn't about the role that Tibbs played in building this because he played a big role in building.
You can't tell me Tibbs couldn't have won one more game. Like, you can't tell me Tibbs.
Sometimes that's it. Sometimes that's it.
You couldn't tell me Tibbs wouldn't have found his way to coach his way past these inferior opponents that they had.
Would Tibbs have found his way to being this dominant the way they are offensively? He would not have changed what they would have done.
Man, inferiorly, they were playing teams that they would have been able, I think, to dominate because they would have been even better defensively. Tibbs is a great defensive
They haven't been
player.
bad defensively.
Right, but they would have been
like
better.
We keep talking about how these other teams are shooting so poorly and missing open shots. They're still missing the shots.
But them shots was wide. But them shots was wide.
They're not all wide open.
A lot of them are.
They're not all wide open.
Enough of them. So I can't.
Enough.
I can't put
Mr. Analytics. Then, if that's the case, why aren't they knocking them down?
It's
a big enough sample size at this point.
I can't put them on.
We're talking
Mike
about
Brown.
3-4 series.
Well, you have 2 series back to back where the teams that they played had no legs.
I mean, I can't blame everything on this stuff. Like they were not old teams. James
Harden, 177 years old.
James Harden is old,
and they played 4 more games than the Knicks played.
Okay,
that's the real. Did we not? What I'm saying is, Mike Brown can't be it because I'm not going to disrespect Tibbs because I think if Tibbs would have had this team, he would have had, and they played these opponents. I think Tibbs is good enough to get them past Philly. I think he's good enough to get them past Atlanta. I think he's good enough to get them past Cavaliers.
If Tibbs is still the coach, they're not here.
Yes, they are. They're in the finals.
I don't buy it.
If they played these 3 teams, Tibbs definitely would have had them there.
So that's the question. What is the move that put them over the top into an actual championship contender versus just being a perennial playoff team? 800-919-3776. I've gotten a lot of OGs. I've gotten some Josh Harts in people I've talked to about this. I've gotten in. This is not about Brunson, okay? We're talking about post-Brunson.
Right.
Cat.
OG, Bridges,
Hart, because Brunson made them a playoff team,
right?
Because of the level of talent that he was. What took them to a championship-level contending team? 800-919-3776. We are just getting started. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. You should be there right now. Why aren't you? I don't know. Start commenting. I'll start reading your comments. And we're going to get Bart some Ambisol during the break. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
The New York Knicks, the NBA Finals. Finally.
And the New York Knicks are on their way to the NBA Finals. For the first time since 1999, the Knicks are Eastern Conference champions.
This is your home for the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks and the NBA Finals. This is ESPN New York.
This is your reminder to check in daily because every day during the NBA playoffs, FanDuel is serving up a happy hour. We're talking special drops you won't want to miss, from profit boost to bonus bets and more. Check for a new reward every single day of the NBA playoffs and don't miss your shot to get a little extra out of the action. This is your reminder to check in daily because every day during the NBA playoffs, FanDuel is serving up a happy hour. We're talking special drops you won't want to miss, from profit boost to bonus bets and more. Check for a new reward every single day of the NBA playoffs and don't miss your shot to get a little extra out of the action. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration. Leg requirements and max wager amount. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y 467-369.
On the Bell Parkway, westbound delays at Bay Parkway. That's an accident in Brooklyn. At least one lane is closed. Hudson River Crossings calming down a bit. It's about a 5 to 10 minute delay. George Washington Bridge with construction work on the upper level in New Jersey. 287 southbound is slowed down toward exit 5 and exit 3. Construction work at Edison. Looks like an accident clearing now on eastbound 78 in toward exit 15. And Long Island Railroad Port Jefferson line up to 20-minute delays. That's all because of earlier switching issues near Hicksville. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
Hi, this is Chevy, managing partner at Precision Solar. If you're looking at solar in New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut, here's what actually matters. Real numbers, honest answers, and a team that handles everything. We manage the entire process from start to finish. Designs, approvals, installation, and even a brand new roof if you need one. We don't sell you more than your home actually needs. Just smart systems designed for long-term savings and predictable energy costs. Visit PrecisionSolar.com to schedule your free home assessment. Precision Solar, built to perform for decades.
If you're trying to save money but still eat well, just go to Wild Fork Foods and thank me later. You get pork tenderloin for $2.50 a pound, ground turkey for $3 a pound, ground chorizo for only $4 a pound. Those are everyday staples at serious value, and it's all blast frozen, so you're not sacrificing quality. Plus, they've got over 450 options, 7 locations, or same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com. Go check out Wild Fork Foods.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
Technically, have I ever been late?
Yes.
No,
many
times.
No.
Oh, hell no. Hell
Yes.
no. You ain't going many. Friday and get up don't count.
No. I'm not talking about Friday and get up. I'm talking about like.
No, I haven't.
Ray.
Unofficially, Ray, have I ever been like.
Have you ever walked in after the show started? Yes. Yes, you have.
What?
Many times.
5-minute grace period?
No. That's late.
No.
The show starts at 10 a.m.
No, I get that. I don't think I've ever.
My fat ass
Ray,
is sitting
Ray,
in this chair, and there's nobody else in the studio with me. You're late.
Ray, I don't think I've ever been late. Maybe once.
There's definitely times you've been late.
Yeah, but maybe
Bauer.
once. Maybe once or twice.
Bauer.
But this is over 5 years.
Listen, I had nothing to do with you with Han, but I'm
traffic stuff like that. Maybe once or twice.
Let's not say over 5 years.
I mean,
the
then
first
you're dead in
two,
the
you were
water.
doing the show from home. It's tough to be late.
And then there was also the time when you were doing the show.
It could happen.
When you were doing the national show with Alan and I was filling in with you for a long time on there. You were late a couple times too.
Nah.
Yeah. No, that happened.
Must have been a national tragedy.
Here's how I was there.
Something must have happened bad.
What would happen if you walked into meetings late?
I've never been. Well, that's happened a couple of times. Sometimes like it's things that happen whenever you drive to New York. That's crazy. But I've never.
No, I was talking about like football.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I was late to the plane one time.
Really?
Oh yeah. I think we were going somewhere and they were on a different time.
Start calling you Giannis.
There's a different time zone. They're in a different time zone or something.
Oh, what are you, Geno Smith? You can't figure out the time zones now?
I think it was a couple of us that was late because we was like, yo, we got at this time. Like, it's crazy.
No matter how you do that, it never works. I've seen coaches try to say, well, all right, we're going out west, but we're staying on the Eastern clock.
On East Coast
that doesn't
time.
work because
like,
your phone automatically changes the time. No, none of that's ever going to work.
Well, no, like as far as when you leave it, because like it messes you up because you think you're on like that time it can get you.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, I think I played during the time. I don't know if that automatically happened.
Well, the point was that you were killing somebody else for being late.
No, but that person was late for an hour late.
Yes,
you might as well just keep your ass at home. Like, you might as well just say you got shot.
Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Here's Becky Smucky in the YouTube chat. Carlin and Bart are not that great on basketball. Anyone that calls them out on it, they get defensive. We don't get defensive, and screw you. How about that?
Yeah. Please call in. You don't know what I know about basketball. But this is the thing. They think they know about
great on basketball and used to.
But the thing is, they think they're good at basketball. We're not good because they think they're good.
That being said, and then he goes on later to say, that being said, I still like their show. Oh, okay. I guess you can stay then. Anyway, let's get to it. 800-919-3776. The move in the last couple of years, we're not talking about Jalen here, okay, that has taken the Knicks from playoff team, perennial playoff team, to championship contender. Let's hit it. 800-919-3776. We're going to start with Jose in Brooklyn on ESPN New York. Jose, what do you got?
Good morning, Bart Carlin. Shout out to the company, and I'm ecstatic. And I would have to say the move has to go down sadly with the coaching. I think that the way the roster has been utilized, I even brought up Landry Shamet to Tom. Like, he was on the team last year. So was Tyler Kolek and a few others. And you've seen them take a significant step up in just the increase of the minutes that Tibbs wasn't really utilizing, where he was constantly pounding six guys and pretty much having them play the whole game throughout almost the whole season. And I thought that contributed to why we were in 6 to 7 game series, which kind of led to us kind of falling out of gas.
But you can't sit there. Listen, as much as I think the coaching has been different, I can't sit there and say that the depth or the use of the depth has been so much different that has the Knicks beating teams by 30 points right now.
Oh, no, I don't think that's also – I don't think that was it either, but I think the collaboration of what Mike Brown has been doing with the other coaches and the coaching staff, you can see that there's definitely more adjustments and more changes, where with Tibbs it just kind of looked like it was just one style and one way, and then, just get better from that style. And that's just from my view as a fan of how I see it. I just wanted to hear your guys' thoughts, because I thought the combo you guys were having was good. Thank you, guys.
But he went to Game 7 of the same round. Like, it wasn't his fault that – who got hurt last year? Was it OG got hurt?
No, that was 2 years ago. It was OG.
Okay, who got hurt last year?
It was – nobody really got hurt last year.
Somebody got banged up, whether it was Brunson in his ankle. But what I'm saying –
Brunson's ankle was a concern, certainly, but he was still out there playing.
And last year, like, do you not give Tibbs any credit for the development of Kolek? Of course, a player's going to be better the next season.
I don't want to underplay the role that Tibbs has played in them actually being here, because I do think there was a tone-setting type of mentality that he brought to the organization that the organization needed in the worst way. But we can look at championship teams over the years and point to certain coaches, certain managers that get you to a certain level, and then the next guy takes you over the top. Buck Showalter, we used to say that about all the time. I mean, it happened with him more than once. Happened with him in Arizona, too, as well as the Yankees. We used to be, I mean, can we say that about Mark Jackson?
No.
Well, he didn't win a championship with Golden State.
He didn't get a chance to.
Well, did he? I mean, he had those players in their prime.
No.
He didn't get KD, but he had those players in their prime.
He didn't get KD. He didn't get Iguodala, who made a big difference. He didn't get he didn't have Scott Livingston. Like, there's a lot of guys he didn't have, right? He had the early parts of it. Like, they got the refined parts of it. Like, you can't tell me that Mark Jackson wouldn't have got it done. You can't tell me that Tony Dungy wouldn't have got it done when they brought in John Gruden. Like,
well, Tony Dungy did eventually get it done somewhere else.
Yeah, but you telling me he couldn't got it done if he would have stayed in Tampa?
But it's also situationally based too, right?
It is, but what I'm saying is Mark Jackson didn't have the complete team. They were building that team. He built the foundation and gave somebody else the keys to the car. Want to give him all the credit.
All right, he did have Iguodala.
Okay, first year.
In his last year.
Right.
Meaning
how did they finish?
That was the year that Golden State won 51 games.
Okay, so you win 51 games. I build them up to 51 games. You get rid of me.
But this was the point. They felt like they were missing something because that was also the year that they lost in the first round of the Clippers.
Okay, so do this. Right, Lob City. I'm sorry. They lost to Blake Griffin.
That was in the middle of that whole thing.
Chris Paul.
But that was also in the middle of that whole Sterling thing. Donald Sterling.
Yeah, but they lost to a team that was talented. DeAndre Drummond. Not him. The dude that dunked on everybody.
DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, they lost to a great team. Like, tell me this. Go to the next team that they had, so now we can see who they added to go win. I can't say that.
All right, so look, I'll do it. I have it right in front of me here, okay? I'm just going to give you the players that were on the 13-14 Warriors.
Okay.
All right? That you would have looked at and said, okay, they were a big factor, or a factor at least.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Barnes was on that team.
Yep.
Andrew Bogut was on that team. Steph Curry, Draymond,
Clay,
Iguodala, Clay, David Lee, Jermaine O'Neal at the very end was on that team.
Yep.
So then you go to the next season.
They won 51 games.
They won 51 games.
51 games.
You go to the next season. Let's see. It was Barnes, Bogut, Curry, Draymond, Iguodala, David Lee. Sean Livingston's the only one.
He was arguably the sixth man of the year.
So do you think Sean Livingston made you think Sean Livingston made that year, 14-15, a guy that went from, he was averaging 6 points a game that year. Sixth man of the year, he finished 11th the year later. And here's my point. If you think that Mark Jackson was taking them to a championship, we'll never know.
Right.
But at the same time,
I believe the
evidence would prove otherwise.
I believe Tibbs would have had the same season. They probably would have had a better regular season because Tibbs would, he would have, Cap was damn near all-star. Cap was damn near a
but they
MVP.
actually won more games this year than they did with Tibbs last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying is Tibbs was damn near MVP. Cap was damn near MVP, so he would have just continued on whatever trajectory he was on because he would have knew his role a lot earlier.
Year he was. The first 3 months.
Right. Well, that's a lot of months. What I'm saying is I think Tibbs would have had this team right where they are right now. Now, would they have been as dominant offensively and winning by as much? Who knows? But he had them all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. If he had to play Atlanta, Philadelphia, and the Cavs, he'd have won there too. So I can't make it. I can't say Tibbs wouldn't. I can't say Mike Brown's the bigger difference because he would have had a longer bench and he wouldn't have played him as much because the team would have already complained about it, and they would have had more depth because simply they brought in Clarkson and other guys that he would have trusted.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York YouTube channel. This is a really interesting conversation, and we're getting some great responses. Do it over on the YouTube channel as well at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Kev Chatta, Tibbs was all ISO ball. That's not winning championship.
They were all ISO ball for less
for most of this season too. And Bart's tooth just hurt him again.
Until a month, man. Listen, they were all ISO ball until last month when they went down against Atlanta.
So here's what we've learned here in the last 10 minutes. If you're going to get Bart fired up, it's going to physically hurt him to respond.
But I'm willing
because he reaches up to his mouth because of getting his wisdom teeth pulled.
I'm gonna fight through it though. You ain't gonna just come in here and talk no smack to me.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
This is the Michael K. Show.
How could you take any credit away from the Knicks? How? Other than the fact that you're looking for things to hate. The Knicks have beaten the teams that are in front of them. They can't request to play better teams. Maybe they've made the teams that they beat look bad because they're so good. How about that? They made them look like high school players because the Knicks have played at a level that we can't even comprehend.
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, June 6th for a very special night, Military Appreciation Night. The first 18,000 guests will receive a red, white, and blue Yankees t-shirt, courtesy of Ford. Don't miss the action and help us salute those who serve. For tickets, visit Yankees.com/tickets. That's Military Appreciation Night on Saturday, June 6th.
Spring is here. Summer's right around the corner, so why are you still living with pain? If you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or nerve pain, don't wait any longer. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no long recovery, no relying on pain medication. Just non-surgical image-guided treatments that help you get back the life you deserve. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, and most major insurances accepted, help is close. Go to SandwellPain.com. Feel better now, not later.
The Garden waited.
I think of the fans. They are just the best fans and the most loyal, and they've been through so much.
New York waited.
The 27-year wait is over. They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
The finals are here.
They haven't just been good. They haven't just been dominant. The Knicks have been completely unstoppable.
This is your home for the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks and the NBA Finals. This is ESPN New York.
Did your dog just get groomed? She's got a pep in her step.
Actually, she's gotten famous. She's one of 18 dogs on the New Jersey Dog Scratch-Offs from the New Jersey Lottery.
What?
Yeah, New Jersey voted, and 18 dogs were chosen.
Well, look at her.
It's gone to her head a bit.
Play the New Jersey Dog Scratch-Offs, featuring 18 real New Jersey dogs and a top prize of $200,000.
Oh, are you a famous doggy? Yes, you are.
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Bundling your home and auto with Progressive could help you save without sacrificing quality. It's the smart thing to do. And as a hockey fan, you always know the smart thing to do.
Shoot the puck.
And you let the players know it.
Shoot the puck.
All game.
Shoot it. Come on, shoot.
And sometimes even after.
Man, rough game, huh?
Yeah, they should have shot the puck.
So bundle your home and auto with Progressive. It's the smart thing to do. But you already knew that. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
For the first time since 1999, the Knicks are headed to the NBA Finals.
And the 27-year wait is over. They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy. 4 wins away from an NBA championship.
This group got tighter and more accountable as the days got closer to June.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including Verizon, ThriveWell Infusion, BetMGM, and London Jewelers on ESPN New York.
Don't forget to subscribe to the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Stream the full weekday lineup live. Watch complete replays or catch up fast with can't-miss highlights. Jump into the live chat, react in real time. Make your voice part of the show. Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube now and stay locked in so that you never miss a moment. Couple of the comments in here. Let's see here. Bronx Roots, Landry Shamet has always throughout his career been an excellent defender, period. I mean, let's not turn him into the greatest defensive player of all time. He's been a good defender in his career, but Landry Shamet's biggest difference-making this postseason has been the fact that he's like 11 for 12 from 3.
Yeah,
he's hit big-time shots in big-time spots.
Right, last year he came in and played well. Remember, because of the injuries, and Tibbs was forced by necessity because of all the minutes and how tired they look. And, them having, what's the little dude from, the little Nat from, not
Nemhard or Neesmith, which one?
Both of them. They remember, they were picking up Brunson full court.
Yeah.
And Brunson was wearing down.
Wearing him out, yeah. There's no doubt.
Which is what he's going to get no matter if he deals with the Spurs or, so the secondary ball handler is going to be important in this series.
Yes.
Because they got some pit bulls too.
Jersey G, Tibbs is similar to Mike D'Antoni, just opposite ends of the court. I don't know if I buy that. I know what he's trying to say in terms of defensively, as Mike D'Antoni offensively was only going to play one way, and Tibbs was just somebody that didn't adapt a whole lot. And that's my biggest concern. Like, I think that's taking it to an extreme, but I don't think Tibbs I don't think they're here right now if Tibbs is a coach.
You don't think Tibbs could have beat Cleveland? Like, I think
the road traveled would have looked a lot different, not meaning the opponents, but how they played and how many games they would have played and if they would have gotten through all of that.
I'll give you that. They might not have swept Cleveland.
Would they have adapted during the Hawks series to fix that? I don't think they would have definitively lost it. They might have won the Hawks series.
They would have beat the Hawks, and maybe Cleveland wins one game.
What about the Sixers? Were they going to sweep the Sixers?
Yeah, I mean Joel Embiid beat the hell up old ass. They would have defensive. They would have locked Maxey ass down with a defensive masterpiece. So that's what I'm saying. Like you got Tibbs and take them one game from being exactly where they are now, and then they're going to get in this series and they're not the favorite. So if Mike comes up short, and it's partly because he's outcoached. We don't believe Tibbs ever got outcoached.
All right, so Bronx Roots, I just want to point this out. This is what I love about the chat. I read his exact quote earlier.
Yeah.
Okay? Landry Shamet has always, throughout his entire career, been an excellent defender, period. And now he just fired back in caps. Chris, who said he was all defense his entire career? I never said you said he was all defense.
Yeah, he was a good defense.
He has been a dogged defender. Don't put words in my mouth. God, guys, lighten up. I don't even know why I'm hitting you with that. But listen, I love you guys. I want you to be involved in the show. But don't back off what you said.
Right, I'm reading your words.
Excellent defender is that level of defender.
Yes, lockdown.
That's all. Let's get to more of the calls. 800-919-3776. Rashad in the Bronx. What's up, Jod? What do you got, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Chris? What's up, Bart?
What
all
up,
right, so so first of all, Bart, I wish a speedy recovery from the wisdom tooth. I know how painful that is. I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
Your life. And, Shad, I'll get your time in. Don't worry. Do you have somebody in your life that you would consider a worst enemy, Bart?
I don't.
I don't really either right now. I mean, there have been times when I've had a worst enemy.
I'm kind of hard.
Not guys who you would think it would be, but
I'm kind of hard to hate. I'm kind of hard to hate. Like, it's this guy that used to hate me in the hood. His name was Moan. I don't know, a little fat dude. I don't know why he never liked me. I never went to school with him or nothing like that. It was this dude named Nate because Nate in high school, he hated me because he used to date my girlfriend after I broke up with her.
Yeah.
But her mom still used to let me take her to school, so I was still having sex with her. So I kind of understand that a little bit. But listen, like, your girl still gets dropped off.
I would think that he might be a little bit annoyed with you.
It's so like
just me. Yeah, he might not love you,
but he couldn't prove that. But so like
but he couldn't prove it.
So like,
but it was happening. But he couldn't prove it.
So he didn't have his two middle fingers. So I used to make fun and say he had a hot dog holder. And then, so he tried to fight me, or he was talking stuff about me. And I had a friend named Brat. We got the same birthday. He's my best friend. And Brat's like 300 pounds. And, Brat defends me the way that Adrian Broner defends Javonte Davis. Like, when did you see somebody was talking stuff about Javonte Davis when he was at that fight? And he was like, hey, man, shut your mouth. I'll knock your ass out. You don't talk about him. He was talking stuff about me while in front of Brat, and Brat beat his ass. So it's like I beat his ass, but I ain't physically have to do it.
Shad, I mean, this is a fascinating conversation that I don't think we're done with. But anyway, you were saying, Shad.
Now I'm cracking up. All right, so with the Tibbs point, so Tibbs and versus Mike Brown, and I'm a Tibbs guy. I was one of the guys that always defended Tibbs. But that said, there's no way we're here. Well, we could have been here, but we wouldn't have done it with ease. It would have been a grind with Tibbs. Whereas with Mike Brown, we're making it look so easy. And then remember last year, we
beat Boston last. You beat Boston last year, though. Like, Tibbs beat the big bad wolf last year.
Yeah.
Like, he beat Boston. He didn't beat Boston. Hold on, but he didn't beat Boston by a little bit. He beat Boston in 6.
Yeah, but
with Tatum.
But you also understand how that happened.
He beat Boston.
It was a grind.
I know.
6 games
You're
is
the
the
same
grind
guy
with the
that's telling me-
champions?
but here's the thing.
This was Porzingis. This was Drew Holiday. This was Jalen Brown.
But
this
you
was
are the
Tatum.
same guy.
You beat them.
But you are the same guy that is sitting there and telling me about all the open shots these teams are missing. What happened with the Celtics in that series?
First
You're
of
talking
all,
about missing
Ray,
open shots.
See, Ray, you trying to get my blood pressure up, Ray. Don't be saying that in my damn ear.
What'd you say?
Coach of the Year, Joe Mazzulla. Don't you play with that. You know who the hell should have been Coach of the Year.
All right.
Anytime a team go from barely getting to the playoffs to winning the division, 60
Now, Ray,
games.
for different reasons here, we're both angry with you for bringing that up. What you just did was hand the keys to the kid to let him go out and try to drive the car when he's 7 years old. That's what you just did. And I don't blame the kid. I blame you.
That's highly
Because what did you
disrespectful.
just do? You just forced him to bring up J.B. Bickerstaff.
That was some crap. You know that was some crap. I know that was some crap. It is no way that Mazzulla.
Bart's just mad because you brought up Joe Mazzulla. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. We've got a lot more of this discussion coming, including, have you ever had a worst? I've had worst enemies, but like now I love this discussion. And trust me, guys, worst enemies not who you think they are. I'm talking about like high school, college, after college. Yeah, I've had worst enemies. Yeah.
Shout out to Nate with the hot dog holders. He probably got a prosthetic.
But at the same time, have I ever had anybody that no matter what would blindly take my back no matter what I had done? Maybe my mother. Maybe. Yeah. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
This whole season has been about getting back to this point. Now, was it a broken road? Yes, of course it was. But all along, they knew the edict was, we've got to get back to this point because that's where we should have been last year. So they're just where they should be right now. And I feel the same exact way.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. More options, better payouts, all NBA playoffs long. FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. More options, better payouts, all NBA playoffs long. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. Play your game, 21 plus, and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever. Meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
The New York Knicks, the NBA Finals. Finally.
And the New York Knicks are on their way to the NBA Finals. For the first time since 1999, the Knicks are Eastern Conference champions.
This is your home for the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks and the NBA Finals. This is ESPN New York.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
It's been nuts the way this has unfolded, and we'll continue on the discussion of what was the move that ultimately moved them from just a perennial playoff team post Jalen Brunson into a championship contender through the course of the show. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. This guy joined us in studio last year, gave us tremendous insight. He is Joe Vardon from The Athletic, covers the NBA. Good enough to give us some time. Joe, it's Chris and Bart. Good to talk to you again. This is a little bit different than the last time we talked. Just give me your overall takeaway on how the Knicks have seemingly blown through the Eastern Conference over the 11 games.
I think, first of all, sometime in between games 3 and 4, we got to do this again in person because I'll be there.
Oh, great. Absolutely. You know. We would love to have you. Yeah. That'd be great.
We got to run it back, baby.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
So to your question, I think that one underrated component of this is that they left the team largely together. And I do understand the coach is different. I get that. But there is something to be said in this day and age in our professional sports. So often we don't allow for this, but there's something to be said for giving a group time to figure it out. And last year, the Knicks made it to the conference finals for the first time. And they made it, 6 games, but they blew game 1 bad, and there's all these questions. And this group was allowed to learn from that. And they are using the information that they gained last year to their advantage. They're just a more mature group that as players understand the importance of the inches and the margins and the things you do away from the floor to get ready. They just look like a group that is prepared and understands the moment. And I couldn't say the same last year.
So analytically, we have to try and find a reason, right? We can't just say because they went together and it's chemistry and stuff, even though we know that that's how you go from good to great is consistency and shared experiences. But is it more what they're doing offensively, or is it defense that turns to offense? Because Brunson didn't shoot the ball particularly great. They didn't shoot the ball particularly great from the three-point line, but they still had the crazy margins of victory that is unprecedented.
Bart, I thought, this is a fair question, and I know that we literally had a nation of sports fans rolling their eyes about some of the stuff that Kenny Atkinson was saying. But there is some truth to it. The Cavs were open. They were missing their shots. So if you're saying, like the question, which it was, is what on the floor are the Knicks doing? They're playing great offensively. They are hard to guard. They're making tough shots. And also they just understand their roles a little better. They're getting more from Bridges. Towns is much more comfortable in this third scoring role, and he's defending, he's rebounding, and that was different from a year ago. And so it is a combination of those things. Like they're playing great offense. I'm not sure the defense was all that good in the Eastern Conference Finals. Just comparatively speaking, and they have, like, part of the playoffs too. It is a Hunger Games setup. You are rewarded for being the fittest and for taking care of business early, and they have to get credit for that. Like, they were able to dominate the conference finals in the manner that they did because they were the more rested team. Now, all of New York is going to hear this and scream at me, and they're going to say, "What are you talking about? The Knicks are way better than the Cavs." But what do you mean? Look at this, 77 points. I'm not here to say that the Knicks are not the better team. They are. But this series would have been a lot closer, I think, had the sides been equal in terms of rest and access to the series. And the Knicks earned the right to have that. And guess what? They have it again in the finals.
Bart Carlin with Joe Vardon, he of the Athletic, covering the NBA with us. As well as they have played offensively, is there a comparison of any team in recent memory that you could think of that made this drastic of an adjustment to how they play to have this level of success off of that kind of adjustment so quickly?
Well, I mean, the Raptors come to mind, and obviously OG was on that team. You know, just they were a conventional team. They had Dwayne Casey there. They had been doing it one way with Kyle and DeMar DeRozan for years. And then, you know, yes, you bring in Kawhi, but I think you could say, well, one player does make that kind of difference. But they also brought in Nick Nurse, who dramatically changed how they defend. And then they shifted how they run their organization to allow for Kawhi. So, yeah, when I think about changes from one year to the next, in this case, the Knicks, like I said, they get credit for bringing back their players. But we know full well that Mike Brown has changed the offense and the defense. And he's gotten Pat to buy in when that did not appear to be the case at some point earlier in this season. So that is the first one that comes to mind for me.
Yeah, I think we were talking about during the season, like midterm during the season. Like, it's been crazy. It's like something clicked on the other. It started near the end of the season where they said they discovered, like, I don't know if like somebody mailed Mike Brown the Karl Malone and John Stockton tape from Jerry Sloan. they act like they discovered something like the high pick and roll. Like, oh wow. Like, and then you know, but it almost felt like now they have the ability to be both, right? Before they were just one way, and then, you know, for the other series and a half, it was another way. But then we went back to Brunson because it felt like the Cavs had a answer for the cat high pick and roll type of offense, and they were able to merge back to a Jalen Brunson type of heavy ball in his hands type of offense.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Mike Brown had a really good series. He did, and the Cavs were really excited coming into the playoffs that they had these guys who are much bigger than your average guard, but they're also quick, so they're able to guard, you know, and that's supposed to be Dean Wade, Max Strus, and then even Jalen Tyson, and so they really felt like they would have an answer for Brunson. They really did, and you got into the situation where the Knicks almost kind of waited until the fourth quarter to really start attacking James Harden. They just made it so they caught him in a switch every time, and Brunson destroyed him. So you know, if like I would say that Mike being able to wait to throw that punch and then to keep the Cavs on their heels for the rest of the series as far as what to do about Brunson, that was an incredible move. And then also, you know, I think he deserves credit for, there were a couple of times in the series where the Cavs got into the bonus pretty early in a quarter. And so Mike threw Mitchell Robinson out there as bait, basically. You know, he's a terrible free throw shooter. Everybody knows that. The Cavs took the bait both times and fouled him. Well, what did that really do? That put the Knicks on the line for the rest of that quarter as well.
Put the Knicks in the bonus.
Mitchell back out. Yeah, and put them in the bonus. So a couple of really good moves there by Mike for sure.
Joe Vardon with us from The Athletic, covers the NBA. Outstanding writer. We had him in last year. He'll come in a couple of weeks here when the Knicks are playing at home in games 3 and 4. Joe, what about how they would match up with San Antonio, with Oklahoma City at this point. It obviously looks a lot more like it'll be Oklahoma City. Should the Knicks care as to who their opponents are?
Wow, Chris, I like that question a lot. I don't know. Let's look at this from both sides. The Thunder are defending champs. They know how to win. They have the best player, or really close, but he's proven in the clutch. And he has carried this team through some real stuff this year. So on the one hand, you don't want to play the Thunder, except they've got two serious injuries. Jalen Williams, who they call J-Dub, not to be confused with the guy who's guarding Wemby right now, who's also named Jalen Williams.
Right.
But J-Dub has not played most of the year because he has alternating hamstring injuries to either leg.
Damn.
And it's a mess.
Yeah.
And then they have A.J. Mitchell, who's been another key contributor, who's got a calf. And they are not messing around with that. So I'm not saying he won't play in the finals, but those are issues that the Knicks can take advantage of. Now, when you talk about the Spurs, you have to openly ask yourself, who on our roster, if you're the Knicks, do we have to deal with Wemby? And that's a fair question. But I just have a really hard time seeing a group this young, that's this inexperienced, winning a finals. So if I'm a Knicks fan, I'm thinking to myself, what if I can get that matchup with a team that's totally just has never been this far as a group, certainly not as experienced as we are, meaning the Knicks. So I think there are pluses and minuses to either matchup, and I think what everybody has kind of come around to, and I have joined this, is that whoever it is from the West, the Knicks are going to give them a series.
Joe, you got to make a decision, man. We want to put your name on wax, man. We want to put you on the wall. Who do you want? Who you want?
All right, I think that the Knicks probably want a wounded Thunder. There are fewer matchup problems there.
See, I would go on the other side because I would say they've already experienced the Wemby experience, and they won. They won the midseason trophy that we all told everybody was the kiss of death. It's been a good luck charm for them. It's like the wood.
Joe, they told us the NBA Cup meant nothing.
Right. They say, and you talk about it's turned into like the log that they have on Apollo that you come out and run for good luck so you can get your ass booed off stage. and then Wemby looks like he's getting Wemby looks like he's getting tired, and looks like Hartenstein is really starting to affect him. The Knicks have three guys they can throw at him. They can throw the little guy at him at OG, then they can throw Mitchell at him, and they can throw Cat at him. I think that'd be so. If I had my choice, I would go Spurs because of the inexperience, because also De'Aaron Fox. And his inability to stay healthy throughout with the high ankle sprain. Dylan Harper and Castle are great, but they don't have no ball handlers outside of De'Aaron Fox.
Yes, but yes, those are fine. Those are fine points, and I'm okay with that. I would also say that right now, as constructed, the Thunder has one ball handler. He just happens to be the two-time reigning MVP. And they, Caruso and Dort are rugged defenders. It's harder to move them, that's for sure. But to counter that, okay, Jalen gets by De'Aaron, well, Wemby's standing back there. And also, Luke Cornette is an underrated shot blocker as well, but forget him. Wemby changes the shots you can take. So, the Thunder don't quite have that.
Joe Vardon with us, senior NBA writer for The Athletic. All right, so we talked about this a little bit at the beginning, and you discussed how sometimes just leaving some extra time to figure it out is what really helps. But I'm asking this question of the audience today, and I want to get your take.
Okay.
As you look at the last couple of years, post the move for Brunson, because we all understood that was the franchise-changing move, is there a move, whether the coaching change or personnel, that you feel like in the last 2.5 years has taken the Knicks from perennial playoff team to legitimate championship contender?
There are a few candidates, and I almost wonder if they all kind of mesh together. Bringing in Cat, like his caliber of player. He's a more dynamic player than Julius. So that's one thing. Except it really took, like, he fit in at times with Tibbs, and then at times they really clashed. And then the same thing was going on with Mike, to the point where everybody's talking about, well, if they don't get to the finals, Mike's not going to keep his job. And then Brown literally figured it out and found a way to reach Cat. And now, so like he's giving them this threat that they never had, but then also like they can rely on him for other things. You could say the same thing about acquiring Mikal Bridges, who is a two-way player for sure, can be a dynamic scorer for sure. And you gave away all these draft picks for him. But if there was a single player that didn't mesh with Tom Thibodeau, it was probably Bridges. So, did Bridges have a rough series in the first round? Yes. But he's been awesome ever since. And I think that Mike gets some credit for that. So then do you say that the move that turned this was bringing in Mike Brown? I don't want to underrate Tibbs. I think he's really good. And I think he's going to get yet another chance. But in this modern era where players want coaches who will take care of them a little bit and be a little bit more open to negotiation, Mike understands that. And Mike is flexible and proves to have the right temperament for this particular group. So all of that stuff is connected. And so is it Mike? Is it Mikal? Is it Cat? Maybe it's all three.
My final question is, in light of the Coach of the Year debacle that went to the wrong guy, not going to get into the Missoula. Bickerstaff should have won that one. Speaking of bad coaches or coaches that who should fire their coach or hire Jason Kidd? Because I think that has significant ramifications for whoever can be in the championship next year too.
Oh, wait a minute. So, Bart, you're asking me to fire someone?
Yes. Like, who should say, I mean, Kenny Atkinson looked punch drunk.
But Kenny they said yesterday Kenny's not going anywhere.
Okay, but Jason Kidd, like, who should fire who should go get Jason Kidd?
That is nope, not doing that one.
Okay, you don't want to fire him. Out of the openings. Okay, the openings. Where does Kidd fit best?
Is somebody going to go get Jason Kidd?
I'm sure somebody will, and if it's not this year, then it's next year. But that one, look, he's got some stink too. Like these other 29 teams, that they don't. It's not like they're in the dark. Like you traded Luka.
He didn't do it.
Do you think? Oh, Bartholomew.
Oh, you got some juice.
Do not do this. Like you do not trade Luka Doncic without the buy-in from the coach. There is no way. And the other 29 teams know this. They know the mess that happened in Dallas. And yes, Nico took the fall for it. Sure, it could have been Nico's idea even. That's fine. But he wasn't alone in that. And so Jason, he has he changed from when he was a coach in Milwaukee and out there, with the Nets? Yes, he's easier to work with than he was. But he still does carry some baggage. So, I think you would be looking at, if you're looking for a little bit of a culture changer and a little bit of a disruptor, then Jason's your guy. But he might need a year before he gets back in.
All right. So just let's say not even hypothetically, is it possible that Kidd had the buy-in last year or gave the buy-in to Nico, the go-ahead? Yeah, I'm on board if you're going to trade him. And then before they even spoke, kind of publicly backed off that a little bit because if we remember, kid looked like somebody had kicked his puppy the day that they made the trade.
He looked like Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
Well, look, that happened here. Like as you guys know, I still live in Cleveland. That happened here. So I happened to be in the room that day that Nico and Jason addressed the media for the first time. But Jason looked a little shell shocked, but I just don't think they slept very much. Like if you go back and look what he said, like he was I've been in rooms where teams make trades and the coach or if it's a baseball team and it's the manager, where they hate it. I've been in rooms where the Detroit Tigers did something and Jimmy Leland, one of the gruffest, toughest guys was in tears. He was so distraught over this. So for Jason to be able to sit up there with Nico, lockstep, and talk about this lockstep, like he's involved. He's part of this. And, it might take a minute.
Okay.
Joe, we'll get you in here during the finals when you're in town. Love to see you.
Can't wait. Can't wait, guys.
Joe,
Thanks for having me.
Joe, you live in Cleveland?
I do.
What's the best food? Because we didn't have a Carlin's Corner. What's the best food there from Cleveland?
It's an eclectic. It's an eclectic group here. We have a Little Italy that's very underrated, for sure. There's a big Polish influence. Also, LeBron's hometown, Akron, is an excellent. The culinary scene in Akron is
okay.
So
what's the food?
So
what's the food?
So you're saying,
what is
Philly,
Cleveland? Yeah, what are they known for?
I don't know that they have that, honestly.
Okay.
I wouldn't say in Cincinnati, right? It's the Skyline chili.
Horrible, by the way.
I can't do that either.
Yeah.
I just don't have it. I mean, some people might say pierogies. Punchki on Ash Wednesday is a big deal around here, but there's not that one thing that you have to get when you go to Cleveland.
We'll talk soon, man. We'll look forward to having you in here. Thanks for popping on for a few.
Oh, anytime, guys. Thanks for having me.
That's Joe Vardon of The Athletic, senior NBA writer. The idea that the Knicks are in a position now because of one particular thing, I think is fair, even though they've had every championship team finds themselves in this position because of several moves that happen along the way. But if you think about it, I'd love to be able to give Cat that much credit, but for a year and a half, we were sitting here and burying him and had no indication that he was capable of doing all of these other kinds of things.
He's actually doing less.
Right.
And less is more.
And our complaint was, you're not doing more. You're not going out there and dominating because that's what we would need. He's just doing it in a different fashion. But I point to the coach for that being the reason that that's happening. I think the coach is the biggest factor as to why they have gone from playoff team to championship level team.
I don't know, man. I also wonder if you don't win this series, you're going to lose Mitchell Robinson. You're going to lose a couple guys for agency. Is this a waste? Is this a wasted opportunity, or is it too little too late?
I think any opportunity that you have to win a championship is a wasted opportunity that you don't do it.
So then what is this season? Because it was –
No, the season's – listen, the season at this point is a success.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Right,
but you can't say that the season's not a success when they took a step further than they did last year.
Yeah, but then we anticipate they're going to take a step back next year because they won't have Mitchell Robinson, so they don't have that luxury of a –
Well, we don't know that definitively yet.
Mitchell Robinson's going to get paid.
Yes, he is going to get paid.
He ain't giving no more discounts.
Right.
They don't have the money to pay him what he's worth, what some other team would give him for what he does and what he brings to the table. So he's a great pick-and-roll defender. He's a guy that can play in space a little bit. He's a disruptor. He's a huge body. He's a great lob threat. I mean, somebody's going to pay him. Somebody's going to pay him just so the Knicks can't have him.
800-919-3776. We got guys who have been waiting for a while, including our guy David and Elizabeth. What's up, D? How you doing, brother?
What up? What up, Chef? What up, Bart? Y'all hear me clear?
We hear you loud and clear, Shane.
Awesome. So, Bart, you wasn't here yesterday, but I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Chef. Get your suits and hard bottoms ready. We're going to the dance.
I got my shoes on now. I just want to know if I'm going home with the lady afterwards. That's all I want to know.
That's what we all want to know. And I'm not going to lie, man, as a big sports advocate, big sports fan, man, I want us to get the job done. And you stated a great fact just now. Mitchell Robinson going to get paid by somebody just so we can't have him. They're going to do just that. And I'm glad you pointed that out. They need to make this run count, because if they don't, you're not going to see some of the glue guys and some of the pieces that got us to where we're going. And the point I wanted to make that I was telling Tom, that I wanted to tell you and Shep, is this. There's a lot of people right now on social media doing a lot of comparisons to New York teams and all that. And Bart, you're a part of it as well. Because, we're going to bring up that you were part of that beautiful glory of that Jets era, right? And right now, they're comparing like, so how would these Jets be with those Jets? Or how would these Knicks be with those Knicks? All those front offices are different. All those time windows are different. All those players are different. Stop trying to compare certain, box office white hat players that played then till now, such as Bart and other defensive players and things of that nature, and making it seem like, this person might do this and this. No, bro. It's two different times, two different competitions, two different, staffs and people running teams. It's just a lot of different stuff, man. And certain fans are just taking it and being like, this person's better than him. No. It's just a lot of, I don't know. It just doesn't add up to me. So, Bart, maybe you could clear this up for some of the social media people and myself. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Are we saying about the comparison? It's always unfair because no situation is exactly the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, we live in a society where we compare, and that's just kind of how we validate where we at this year. And it's a fun debate, but it's unfair because the game changes, the rules changes, the era changes. So it's different, right? And sometimes we fall in love with, it's like asking – it's like this little thing that they do where we try, you sit on the couch with your kids on social media, and you're like, you put on, the film or, your favorite entertainer and stuff like that, and they say, this is what you see. So we see them go, like MC Hammer. We see something like that. We see Coolio, come on, ride. And then what they see is they see this Coolio that all his hair had fell out, and it was just the one with the down the middle when he was old, or they showed Genuine, when he was dancing and doing all the stuff, and then that's what we see. But then they see the one that fell off stage at the concert.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, we always –
they don't see the best version of them.
Right. Yeah. And they don't hear it the same because music is different. So what we think is cool ain't cool to the new generation. And that's kind of how when you try and compare, Bill Russell was the greatest guy I ever played. Nobody ever be better than Michael Jordan. Our kids never saw Michael Jordan play.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, where you can chime in with your comments. We'll get them in during the course of the show, as we do throughout the day. Also, in moments, we will continue to ask the question, what is the move? Not including Jalen Brunson, because we all understand that. That took the entire organization and took them to a playoff team year in and year out. What has taken them over the top to a championship contender over the last couple of years? Plus, somebody's not backing down on their criticism of Jalen Brunson. That's next. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
The Garden waited.
I think of the fans. They are just the best fans and the most loyal, and they've been through so much.
New York waited.
The 27-year wait is over. They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
The finals are here.
They haven't just been good. They haven't just been dominant. The Knicks have been completely unstoppable.
This is your home for the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks and the NBA Finals. This is ESPN New York.
Calling all Hoops fans, are you ready for the NBA playoffs? Get in on the action throughout basketball's most exciting time of the year with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night of the playoffs. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. Make your bets and experience the thrill of the NBA playoffs like never before. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Registration ends Friday. Take the test.
Wait! Before you change the station, listen to this.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS, KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS, donate your car today. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS, KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS, donate your car today.
Donate your car at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll also get a vacation voucher and a tax deduction.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS, KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDs, donate your car today. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS, KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDs, donate your car today. Donate your car today.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7:10. The Mets look. I have to read this.
Buck up. Come on, Bucko. Sell it.
7:10.
Damn, I hurt my mouth. Sell it.
This is what the Mets are. They're like a toothache. The Mets look to avoid being swept by the Reds.
Sonny Gray still
Tom,
alive?
here's a little tip. Okay?
Yeah.
When you write the copy.
Yeah.
Sell it a little more positively.
How do you want me to sell positively?
He's a Yankee fan. That's why he's writing it like that. He's writing satire.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's writing this with his Yankee colored glasses on. We know how bad it is right now, Tom. We understand this. Mets look to avoid being swept by the Reds. Coverage begins on 880 ESPN New York, starting at 6:30.
Now, how can we have made that more positive? Tom, how could you have made that more positive?
Tom looks to avoid being a jerk every day.
Well, listen, that's just a statement of fact, and I put that on the paper.
Tom, that's not our job. Our job is to rainbows and sunshine and rainbows to everybody.
Not all the time.
Well, you can read
Sometimes.
the next line, and there's some positivity in that.
Well, yeah, and here it is. At the next line, 7:40. The Yankees look to sweep the Royals. Yeah, by the way, real tough opponent you're having trouble with right now.
Right.
I mean, 15-1.
Let's see when they get to the postseason. Let's see if you're right. The Yankees look to try and not just let New York let all of New York down.
Oh, they probably will.
Tom looks to try to avoid of kissing my ass.
We're gonna see. I tell you what we're going. You know what I'm gonna do next week when the Knicks start playing? I'm gonna ask Patrick Ewing, do we still got them rubber knee pads, them big knee pads? So I can give them to Tom.
Patrick was on the station. Okay, Patrick was on the station yesterday. Did you catch that? He was on with the afternoon show. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew and try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Patrick was on the afternoon show yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff with Don Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Why would you sell them seats on the road? If you're Cleveland, there's no way in hell I'm letting their guys sit in the row.
Well, but they didn't. They were not. They were trying to not do it, and then by the second half, when all the Cleveland fans left, they couldn't help but let some of those guys go in the front row.
Hell no.
Chalamet, they're sitting them in row 2. Look, here's the problem. Don't fall behind 3-0. Analytically, it still said you were down 3-0. And that's why analytically, people made the choice to not go to the game after analyzing the fact that you had sucked in the first 3 games. So they don't want to go and sit through watching you lose at home and ending the season. So that's why all the Knicks fans got in the building.
Never saw a team give up that easy.
Yeah, they did really quit.
They had no resistance. After they lost the second game, third game, it was a joke of an effort. That's why I don't even know if they got the Knicks ready for this intensity they're about to run into.
Brooklyn Kev is next on ESPN New York. Kev, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Bart? How you doing, Carlin?
Good.
Listen, I want to say that the Knicks they got to get 2 out of this group in that vein. And
2 what?
The best move
what are you talking about?
Was they got to try to get 2 chips out of this group. We were talking about the age.
Oh, 2 chips
between OKC.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 chips out of this. And also with the move was OG and the overall move for the members that they got for the team, because they did the best job over on the NBA of assembling a core group.
Tom, let's get a poll together here. Appreciate it, Kev. Hey, let's get a poll together here for a second and put it up on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Let's do this. The biggest reason or the biggest move that turned the Knicks into a playoff
singular move
from the singular move that changed the Knicks from the playoff contender to the championship level contender. Post Brunson, the singular move. Was it OG? Was it Cat? Was it
Bridges?
Josh Bridges / Josh Hart?
Mike Brown
was
or
it,
other.
Was it Mike Brown?
We'll make that happen.
Let's put that up there. 800-919-3776 if you can avoid if you can look to avoid being a jerk for a minute.
Yes.
That would be great.
I'm not a jerk. I don't think I ever was.
I'm sure that you don't think you were. Bobby in Babylon is next on ESPN New York. Bobby, what's going on?
Most jerks don't.
Bob, Chris, how you guys doing today?
Good, buddy. How are you?
All right. I just think if you look at this team, Bridges is the difference. I mean, it's the fact of the matter, the guy's shooting 70%. Last year he came in, and he was a little unsettled in his role with the team. So I think he kind of really was deferring to Jalen Brunson. And I just think that now the whole team has emerged in their roles, and it took time. Tibbs, of course, did a lot of the hard work. But the bottom line is this team has now evolved and gelled. So there's multiple of the things that why they're where they are. And Brown definitely playing more players off the bench. I was a little disappointed in the last game that he didn't get Huck Porty and a few of those guys in at the end. They put him at the very end, but I think you could have gave him 5 minutes.
I'm not getting
but
caught
the
up
bottom
on
line
that.
is the bench is longer, and that really helps in the stretch. I mean, they got a great deep team. Landry is unbelievable with his defense and his shooting. And the difference, though, is 70% from the field for Bridges. He's a great defender, 7'1" wingspan, 6'6".
It is really amazing.
You guys wanted to fire this dude like 3 weeks ago.
But what really is amazing about Bridges is, as you look back, he was a reason that they won the Celtics series last year. And now he has been what he has been in the playoffs. Is he just one of those guys that is a fantastic playoff player? Because regular season, was there any indication that he was going to return to being this level of defender and then also being what he's been offensively? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything at all.
All things, listen, this is the difference, right? This is the thing. We got a lot of love for the Knicks right now. If they lose this series, somebody's going to be a GOAT.
Of course.
So, like, all this praise we have for everybody right now, 2 to 3 players we're going to call, we're going to say they didn't show up, they didn't win their matchups, and they didn't play well, and we're going to be right back where we were before the playoff starts. And what ramifications does that have as far as building this team to be better? Because this is the crazy part. The teams that they're facing, whether the Spurs or OKC, still have the resources and the ability to get better. So if the Knicks can't beat them this year, they damn sure won't be able to beat them next year.
Post Jalen Brunson signing, which addition turned the Knicks from a playoff team into a contender? OG, Towns, Josh Hart / Bridges, or Mike Brown? 800-919-3776. That is the poll that is up over on the ESPN New York YouTube now. Go there and vote and get your selections in, and we will address those on the air here shortly. We will also continue to take your comments in at 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. E-Dub game, maybe the move is the cat trade just by getting Randall out of here. Oof.
Damn.
Wow. That's chilly.
Randall was on a crazy list, too. He was on the list of players that scoring and production dipped significantly. I think he dipped like 8 points during the playoffs from the regular season.
Yeah.
It's like a list of 5 guys, and he was on there.
Remember what we were attributing that to? Everybody was just doubling him and tripling him because he was their biggest offensive weapon at the time. Pre-Brunson.
No, I'm saying this year in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's what my point is. Like, that was happening here, but we just said, oh, well, the Knicks don't have everybody else, so they can put all the attention on him. Yeah, maybe it's something else.
Yeah.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
The New York Knicks, the NBA Finals. Finally.
And the New York Knicks are on their way to the NBA Finals. For the first time since 1999, the Knicks are Eastern Conference champions.
This is your home for the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks and the NBA Finals. This is ESPN New York.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long, with more ways to build and more value every time you play. You can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. More options, better payouts, all NBA playoffs long. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long, with more ways to build and more value every time you play. You can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. Play your game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467369.
When care matters most, experience matters more. The Allure Group is redefining rehabilitation and long-term care across New York with 6 convenient locations. Their expert clinicians create personalized care plans to help you recover, rebuild, and get back to what matters most. From short-term rehab to long-term care, Allure is committed to comfort, dignity, and results. To learn more, visit allurecare.com. The Allure Group, where care meets compassion.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. I'm big on having the right game plan on the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself as the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils. Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
For the first time since 1999, the Knicks are headed to the NBA Finals.
And the 27-year wait is over. They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy. 4 wins away from an NBA championship.
This group got tighter and more accountable as the days got closer to June.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including ZipRecruiter, Amazon Hub Delivery, Princeton Jeep, and Food Bazaar on ESPN New York.
Tom just told me it's just me in here right now, that Bart is not in here right now. I'm in here. You know, I see that.
He's trying to tell you he's en route to the studio.
Would this classify as late?
No, but here's what's amazing. It's not like we're home and I'm not. You know, Rick and Dave were giving me flack this morning because I give them flack all the time about the fact that they do the show from home as much as they do. And I'm a believer in doing the show in person together, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Tom just said to me, it's just you right now. Bart's not in there. And he's on his way back.
But Tom saw me. I was just talking to John.
But I'm sitting right here. Right. I know you're not in here.
No, I was trying to tell you he's en route, so don't worry. You just might have to stall for like a second.
All right, first of all, am I new?
Right. And I didn't even go that
Did
far.
I not know you were going to have to stall for a minute?
I was right there across the. Yeah,
I don't mean to kill you, Tom. I feel like that.
Tom trying to make up be a nice guy because he's been a jerk with the Reeds about the Mets.
But that's he's trying to do the right thing there, I guess. I shouldn't get on him about that.
We appreciate you, Tom.
You know
what you can do, Tom? You can put a couple spoons in the freezer so then I can put them on my damn drawer. I'm starting to get lockjaw.
Do you want me to like frozen peas or anything that you can throw on the side of your face? Hold some frozen vegetables.
Listen, first of all, I don't know what kind of insurance Disney got, but when I was using my NFL Disney, when I was using my NFL health insurance, they gave me some OxyContin or some Percocets.
And you didn't even get any good stuff.
I don't even know what the hell they gave me. I think they gave me some generic Tylenol 4s. What the hell I was supposed to do with that, man? I can't get jiggy with that. Now, I'm a guy with a high pain tolerance. Like
for those who missed out, Bart had his a couple of wisdom teeth removed yesterday.
Yeah, I only had. Like I had reconstructive surgery. I only took one OxyContin, and it sucked me so deep into the couch. I felt like I was in Get Out. I was there, but I couldn't move. I was like, I never want to feel like that again. And it's crazy because I played the game with OxyContin before, but I never took it from surgery and had to sit down.
But I would still think, like, even when you're trying to play a game like that, there's still a ton of adrenaline that's
that's what I'm saying. So it just blocked the pain. So I was, when I was home, that just woke me up from being under.
Post Jalen Brunson signing, which addition turned the Knicks from a playoff team into a contender? Was it OG, Cat, Josh Hart / Bridges, or Mike Brown. 800-919-3776. That is up on the ESPN New York YouTube channel right now for the poll. Here is Javi in Queens next on ESPN New York. Javier, what's up, baby?
What's going on, boys? Before I get into the Knicks, Bart, I'm a little late to this, but that Ray J knockout over the weekend, my God.
He hit the ball.
Talk about being sore.
To watch it again.
But did you hear how much did you hear how much trash he was talking though before the fight? That's what I'm talking about. He was talking about this MMA. He was like, so the kid was like, can I put him in a full Nelson? He's like, you don't even know nobody named Nelson. I kick your ass. He was talking cat because Ray J's supposed to be a blood, right? So he's supposed to be a blood, cool with Suge and all that stuff. He always talking about dead homies, all that type of stuff. Man, he knocked it. I posted a clip yesterday on my Instagram. It was like a song that came out about Ray J getting knocked out. Say he knocked the Sonic coins out this dude, man. That's how hard he hit.
That was ugly.
He got up like, it's over? Like, yeah, bro.
He said he trained for 1 week for that fight.
But it showed.
Crazy.
But he was fighting a YouTuber. But this the funny part. Like, he was training. He was like, Rampage become like a big streamer, too. He stream all this kind of funny stuff, make money off streaming now because he's a funny thing. Like, right now, Adrian Broner doing with Dean something. So, like, Ray J was, like, sitting there hitting the bags with him in the MMA thing. He was like, yeah, don't bet on Ray J. He's like, he's on the street.
Carlin,
like,
you know the guy who he fought? Carlin, you know who he fought?
Johnny Manziel, was it Manziel, wasn't it?
No, that was Johnny Manziel beat the hell out of Ben Menery, Bob Menery.
Oh, Bob Menery. No, Manziel beat Menery. Who did that to Ray J?
The streamer dude.
He did that spot with Eli Manning, right? Where Eli Manning did the diss on beating Tom Brady twice. Like, it's like a rap battle thing where, like,
that guy.
Yeah, he got his ass whooped by that. You're supposed to be a gangster.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
Yeah, that's the dude who knocked out Ray J.
That's a little rough.
But also Lance Stevenson tapping out Michael Beasley with the rear naked choke.
Yeah.
I think all of that, just every word in those last couple of sentences, all put together, tells you what the real problem is with that celebrity MMA.
But I love seeing it. I don't watch it live, but if I can see it, it is hilarious. It's almost like when you used to watch what's that show they used to have, Toughest Contender, something with guys. Remember the Beast beat the hell out of Refrigerator Barry? Yeah. They should bring that back. He beat the hell out of Refrigerator Barry.
Celebrity boxing.
Yes.
Manute Bol into the fridge.
Yeah, Manute Bol.
God. We're off the. I'm sorry. I got
You have
Bart
so derailed this whole freaking thing, and I've let it happen. Like,
my bad.
I look up at the screen, and it says you've been on for 2.5 minutes, and I just want to beat myself to death with the microphone.
Hey, man, people going to go watch Ray J get his ass.
Like, I can't believe I'm still going to let you make your Nick point, but go ahead.
I'm sorry. All right, the turning point to me was getting Cat. Not just because you got rid of Randall, but before they got Cat, they were all like mid-round picks. Like, they were like a lunch pail team. Like, the little engine that could. And then Cat turns everything over. It turns over to like a finesse team. He was don't forget, he was the number 1 pick in the draft. Like, Cat's a big deal. He can do special things. So I think bringing him along to be with Brunson, and to say what you want about Thibs, even with Tibbs, Cat was an all-star. He was excellent. So I think it was getting Cat is what put them over the top. Even though they didn't get there last year, I think getting Cat was the big thing that got them over the top.
I can understand that thought, and I could certainly be one of the people that feels like they owe Cat an apology, because I think even Shaq kind of owes Cat an apology, to be honest. I don't think that's going to happen. I know what he was saying.
Not if he don't win a championship.
Well, Shaq apologized to New York. Did he apologize to Cat? Here is Shaq on Rich Eisen show. I know Shaq apologized to New York.
They're so good. I owe the whole state and all 5 boroughs of New York an apology. I want to apologize to Spike Lee, Tracy Morgan, Al Patagonia, all the superstars that were sitting there. They are really good. They have it. It reminds me of that Detroit team that beat us my last year there with Rashid. They just got a bunch of guys that are just together. Mm-hmm. Because if you look at that, Detroit team, no disrespect to all the guys, but they didn't really have any really big name players that you talked about all the time. Big Shot, Chauncey was there, Rashid was there, the Hall of Fame was
okay, we don't need to. Yeah, we know. Shaq, if Shaq was here right now, he owes me $20 for the jar.
But what did that team do?
Okay.
No, what did that team do, Carlin? What did they do? What did they do?
They won.
And how? And 1 and 4 and 5. sent the mailman back home, gave Gary Payton, took his glove.
I can't go to Javi without derailing us. I can't go to Shaq without derailing us. Like,
because all
I'm
things
trying to
come
do
back.
Is keep this on the path.
But this is the thing: if they don't win it, the reality of it, if they don't win it, they'll be forgotten. They'll be.
Where will they be forgotten? Here? They won't be forgotten here.
They'll be forgotten.
They will not be forgotten here.
Listen,
this era of Knicks basketball will absolutely be romanticized. It absolutely. Jalen Brunson will be in that discussion with Patrick and all those guys.
Remember,
yes, absolutely.
The thing is, Patrick, we're always going to make an excuse that Patrick didn't have another superstar or he had old superstars.
They'll just find another reason to not do that with Jalen. We ran into a dynasty in Oklahoma City.
No, what I'm saying is Jalen Brunson has picked this team. This is everybody that the superstar wanted. Patrick never got a chance to pick his teammates. Charlie Ward, come on, man.
I don't know that Jalen picked
Ryan. Yeah, he did. He picked Bridges. Well, he picked Hart. He picked DiVincenzo. He picked OG. And don't tell me he had nothing to do with Cat coming here and getting Randall ass out of here.
I didn't say didn't have anything to do with. I don't know that he picked all those guys.
He picked those three. He talked to Brunson and said, I'm going to take less money because I want Bridges. That's his fault. I mean, that's his doing. He has to take ownership of that. And he's the one reason that Josh Hart said they wanted to make the Villanova. So, like, Patrick never had a chance to pick his team. Come on, man. Oakley, Mason. Mason was a journeyman. Like, nobody said, hey, I want to go get me Anthony Mason.
Riley maximized everything that they got.
My point.
Starks
right.
and Mason were both guys that were not guys.
Like, he didn't, like Shaq, Kobe, they picked their teammates. Like, LeBron has been able to pick his teammates. We're in an era now, like, Isaiah Thomas, like, no, get Dantley out of here. I want Mark Aguirre. And he took ownership of it, but he closed the deal.
Black Metronome. Ray J looks like he needs GLP-1. Is he looking fat?
What? It's nothing worse than a skinny. Like, Adrian Broner, Adrian Broner been really bad, right? Like, but he's been touring with this guy named Dean. So they funny because they do anything. Like, Dean is the guy that got smacked by Larry Willard, the strongest man in the world, because he was hitting on his wife. He like a boxer guy. He's a huge streamer, influencer. So Broner been kind of hanging around with him, and he's helped Broner get back on his feet because Broner is broke, right? So Broner got a big boiler on his stomach, and they kind of broke up because the stream was hitting, and they were making he got Broner $1 million deal for streaming, and he got Broner $20,000 a month off of them streaming. But yesterday something happened where Javante Davis came because he's concerned.
All right, but what does this have to do with Ray J the other day?
No. I'm talking about Broner coming in and Javante Davis coming in. He got a call from Al Hammon. Javante Davis got Broner, so Broner's going to be on a comeback. But it's because Javante Davis used his power as a superstar to get him a fight, to get him out of embarrassing himself, being drunk all the time. Because, he was on you know how people were concerned for Delonte West?
Yeah.
People were just concerned about Adrian Broner, who at one time was a 3-time division champion. We thought he was going to be the next Floyd Mayweather. He's 37 years old. He's in that fake card stuff, took millions of dollars from professional athletes with loaded dice and all that type of stuff. So, we laughing at him, but he's somebody that can mess around and die from being drunk or old. And Javante Davis being his friend come back, who's been in the news his own self for getting in trouble, for assault, all that type of stuff. So it's just good to see Javante Davis come and try and get him back on the right path. And, that was good to see. But the whole Ray J thing, the reason why Ray J sparked that is because that was a boxing match.
Yeah.
So Adrian Broner's a real boxer that's 37 years old, walking around with 50 pounds overweight.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Who should the Knicks prefer to face in the NBA Finals?
They are going to face a monster next week when this final starts, but they absolutely can win it.
And is last night's offensive outburst a sign the Yankees are back on track? Plus, how confident are you that the Mets can claw their way back to 500? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn? Paycheck after paycheck. and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino and Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino and Associates. We win a lot.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
This is your home for the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks and the NBA Finals. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code ADVANCE to borrow up to $10,000.
That's right, at 12:02, Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York YouTube channel, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Awesome Knicks talk all day today, including what has been the singular move post Jalen Brunson that has turned the Knicks from a playoff team into a legit championship contender. 800-919-3776. Over on the ESPN New York YouTube channel right now. And, of course, it is noon. So that means what?
It's the Power Hour!
I'm sorry.
It sounds so painful.
Did you just opt out of today because of your tooth?
Yeah. Remember we talked about that when I first walked in? I can barely talk without my teeth rattling. It hurts. So
here's the thing. Here's the thing. We asked Tom to do it yesterday.
Yeah.
And I said, Tom, it better be 11 for Brunson and winning 11 in a row and all that. And he got about halfway through it, and he started going, ow, 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 like that.
Sound like you going to break?
Yeah. Jeez. Oh, my God.
It's so painful. It's so painful that it's funny. It hurts.
I'm sorry. No, listen, it's fair to be opted out of it today. That's totally fair. But it just caught me off guard.
You forgot that's the first thing we talked about. I said it had to be the Bauer Hour today, not the Power Hour when you asked me about the wisdom tooth.
I didn't even remember that.
Come on, Dory. Keep swimming, keep swimming, keep swimming.
As I said, we've had a lot of good discussions today vis-a-vis the Knicks, and it certainly looks like at this point that Oklahoma City is the likely opponent. San Antonio has been very, very good in this series, but not good enough. And last night they had some awful moments that really led to what that game turned out to be. So I'm not going to be shocked if it turns into be a 7-game series. I am going to be shocked at this point if San Antonio actually ends up winning this series.
Their lack of experience is starting to show.
Yeah,
like
agreed.
you have one superstar that's been there, done that, and that's been in the league more mature at SGA. He's finding a way, even without two of his best players, to be able to will his team to win. And Wemby has these peaks and valleys, right? A couple of games ago, he was talking about how he doesn't make his teammates better, right? He beat himself up, then he came back, had an outstanding game. And then yesterday, Hartenstein and them, they took him to school. Like, so much so that he ordered the code red on his way out. They put in the two dudes, Plumlee, and they put in Barbosa or somebody like that, and they put 2 flagrant fouls back-to-back on McCain. You know what I mean? And you can see him talking to them before they went in to tell them get him, probably because of the rough play that Hartenstein and Jalen Williams has been kind of putting on Wemby, so he wanted some get back by putting in the goons, so to speak. So he's showing his immaturity, his inability. And then Dylan Harper and Castle, great, but he's not a ball handler, and so he's turned the ball over a lot.
Harper didn't have a good night.
Right, Harper had that's 2 times, but then again, that's why the Knicks should want the Spurs win, because that core injury, like, it's going to always be there for Dylan Harper into next year to a Hills, Fox with the ankle. I think, the Thunder with the trade of McCain has been able to play all year without Jalen Williams, so this is familiar territory to them. But this is why the Knicks this is their best and probably only chance to win a championship. I know the other crowd was like, hey, they got to get 2 chips out of it. Nah, they got to hope to get 1. Because
we didn't give him enough flack on that. Like, It's not even hope to get 1. It's just get the first one because the opportunity's here.
Because the loser of this series in the Western Conference is going to go nuclear. Because it's a young team they don't have a bunch of supermax players that they've paid. They're going to lose Lou Dort and all those guys, right? Because they're not going to pay
Hartenstein will be off the board.
Right, Hartenstein
off the books.
Right. He'll be off the books. So, listen, the Knicks better watch them signing Mitchell Robinson to play next, to have another big man out there with Chet. So they took Hartenstein when we were trying to sign Hartenstein back. What's going to stop them from taking him? And they got 31 first-round draft picks?
It's 20 first-round picks and 30 second-round picks over the next 10 years.
Over the next 10 years. So what's that, 5 a year?
Roughly.
What the hell are we talking about? So they got the ability to also give picks to teams that need picks. So,
Rick and Dave were talking about it this morning. I guess Rick had read somewhere that apparently Oklahoma City has a lot of interest in Cameron Boozer and want to try to trade some of their picks this year to down the line to move all the way up from 12.
I mean, just think, last year they had the 8th pick or the 12th pick last year? Mm-hmm. It's like crazy work. So, this is the Knicks' best chance to win a championship while they're injured and before San Antonio or the loser of this series goes nuclear. Say, hey, let's go get Giannis. Let's go get Kawhi Leonard. Well, Kawhi never go back there because of the history. But they could say, hey, let's go get us another ball handler like Kawhi Leonard. It's going to be a lot of stars. Trey Murphy's going to be out there. Lauren Marketing potentially may be out there because the Utah Jazz got an opportunity to go try and trade the first-round pick. So the Knicks better go now because the Knicks are out of moves. And I'm not going to get into what Boston can do. I'm not going to get into what Atlanta can do. I'm not going to do what the Pistons can do. But just in the Western Conference, because now the Knicks they built their team to get to the finals, but is their team built to win the finals? So this is the best chance that the Knicks will have. They had an easy path to get here. They're a more rested team. They're a healthier team. All the stars have aligned, but are they good enough to finish the deal? You heard Shaq talking about, hey, this is the team. And every once in a while, we talked about this too. Every once in a while, we get in the midst of these dynasties, and if OKC wins again, this will be the beginning of their dynasty, and they can keep this dynasty going because they're cheap and young. It's outliers. When Shaq was talking about, this reminds me of the Piston team that beat us, that was a super-duper team because they were coming off of winning 3 championships together, Kobe and Shaq together. Then they added Karl Malone, Hall of Famer. Then they added Gary Payton, Hall of Famer. They added to that, and they lost. Milwaukee, Toronto with Kawhi Leonard. They traded Kawhi Leonard. They could never beat LeBron, or they could never get out the East. They finally walked away from DeMar DeRozan. Go get Kawhi Leonard, a hired assassin on a 1-year contract. They win a championship. Dirk Nowitzki. We talk about nobody has ever been on a greater run than Dirk Nowitzki, and he carried that Dallas Mavericks teams past Kobe. Right after they had won their championship, Kobe, Shaq took them past. Ultimately beating LeBron in the Miami Heat super team, but also beat Brandon Roy and
Portland
and Aldridge and all those guys.
Marcus Aldridge.
Right. So, like, can the Knicks be one of these outlier teams?
The 06 Heat, maybe, somewhat.
Yeah, because you look at it's only been a couple of outlier teams. People would like to think that, oh man, I think since like 1996. The Bulls' last big run, it's only been like maybe 8 different champions.
Yeah.
We had the Spurs that had a run. Tim Duncan won 4, right?
Yep.
Kobe won 3.
Yep. Kobe won 5 altogether, didn't he?
Okay. Kobe won 4. One more than Shaq. Shaq won 3. 4.
Lakers won a bunch, though.
Yeah, Kobe won 4.
Okay.
No, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kobe won 5.
Yeah, Kobe won 5 because Shaq won 4, and he wanted to get one more than Shaq.
Right.
So Kobe won 5. Miami that misses won 3, right? Because they won 2 with LeBron, but they won 1 with Shaq, so they had a mini run.
Yep.
Right? Golden State won 4.
Yep.
Like, it's not a lot of teams that won a lot of championships since the Bulls left. It's been a lot of mini dynasties, back-to-back with Houston.
I mean, really, if you're going to include the Bulls, we're talking about early 90s.
Yeah, back to back.
The teams that have done it for a couple of years at a clip.
And if you want to go a little farther.
And there have just been a few outliers.
If you want to go a little farther, even in the 80s, Magic won 5.
Yeah.
Bird won 2.
2.
Isaiah won 2. And Dr. J won 1.
Yeah.
So even
the outlier in all of that were the Sixers.
Right.
Yeah, in 83.
So, people talk about parity. It's not a lot of parity in basketball. So can the Knicks be one of these disruptors like Giannis was for a year or like Jokic was for a year?
Or Kawhi in Toronto.
Right.
Yeah.
You better get it while it's hot. That's why I'm saying we got to get
I didn't even really put Denver in that category yet, but I think for the moment you probably have to.
Yeah, because we thought Jokic was going to keep winning.
And the Mavericks in 2011.
Back, and the coach got fired.
As you pointed out. Listen, it is interesting because you would have thought that the Mavericks would have been more than that, but they lost that first one in 06 to Miami. And then when they won in 11, it was, they finally did break through. But your point is on there. Do the Knicks, in your mind, having said all that, have a lot of correlation to those singular teams where they can break in and get it?
And Boston was a hired assassin that couldn't stay together too long when you talk about trading for Kevin Garnett. But they only got 1.
But do the Knicks have the
LeBron in there with 1?
The same kind of do they have the characteristics of those singular teams?
They're built more like the Dirk Nowitzki. They built more like the Dirk Nowitzki, the Pistons, and the Bucks. Right? Yeah. They got one person that we would say borderline superstar. Giannis was Giannis was something totally different. He was MVP. He was the best player in basketball. The Knicks don't have the best player in basketball. So Dirk, even when he was going nuclear, still wasn't considered the best player in basketball.
No, he was not.
You still had Kobe. You still had
Dirk had a level of greatness that extended for a long time in his career.
Right.
For a long time.
But at no point was he considered
the best player in the game. Right. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Let's see here. Johnny Blaze, they told us to watch out for Embiid and Philly, and we swept them. Atlanta won 2 games, pushed us to the brink, and then we steamrolled them and everybody else in our path. Listen.
You ain't faced nobody hard. This is the easiest path to the championship that I've seen in basketball in a long time. This is the equivalent to the Pacers.
Listen, the Celtics a few years ago had a pretty good.
Yeah, this is equivalent to what we just saw in football when we saw the Patriots go to the championship. They faced C.J. Stroud, who was playing the worst football in history.
It's not the same. Like that. Come on,
Hold
man.
up. They played Bo Nix
Yeah, no, I know it's
no. We gave the Patriots a pass. If the Knicks could have picked their opponents, they would have picked these exact same opponents. They avoid the Boston Celtics because they didn't take care of business, and Joe Mazzulla, coach of the year, couldn't tell his guys quit shooting threes. How about let's go get some tools? And then they faced Cleveland. They faced Cleveland as Detroit beat the living crap out of them.
You tell me which was a harder path, okay? What the Knicks have had this year and what the Celtics had in 24, first round against Miami, next round against Cleveland, next round against Indiana. They went 4-1, 4-1, 4-0. I mean, it's
pretty simple. It's eerily similar.
I'm not saying the Knicks have taken on all these world beaters, but at the very least, they have done things with these teams that other teams haven't, and that has completely dismantled them.
You just said Boston won 4-1, 4-1, 4-0.
No, but they weren't dominating the games like this. They weren't winning by 30 in every game.
Well, Golden State went on a similar run where they blew everybody out.
But the Knicks actually have the highest margin of victory.
I get it.
In that stretch.
And the weakest.
Golden State was like 16 points per game. The Knicks are at 19 points a game.
Yeah, Golden State's in the West. 20 over there is like 40 in the East.
I understand.
One, they're in the Eastern Conference. Two, they played.
But why are we downplaying this, though? That's my point.
Listen, you never apologize for getting the easy path. Like the Patriots made a living. Tom Brady made a living in basically getting a first-round bye every year because he was in the weakest division in football. I'm not saying that, Chris. Yeah. What I'm saying is they've had an easy path. It will never be easier for them to get a championship than it is right now at this time. I think
that's fair.
They can get the champions without their second and third best player.
And they can get them rested. I mean, they're going to go a stretch where they will play 4 games, the Knicks, in about 25 days.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
if they get the Spurs, they play an inexperienced team with one of their best players with a high ankle sprain, their young and up-and-coming star with a core muscle. The time is now. If they don't get it now,
no doubt.
Because would you be surprised if the Knicks go to the championship and if they don't lose or if they win, do you think next year they're going to be in the same place?
I think it's going to depend on everything else that gets done, but I think there are going to be a lot of teams that, like you are pointing out, that are going to go nuclear.
Right.
And it's not just the Giannis chip that has to drop.
It's the Kawhi chip. It's the Kyrie chip. It's the Trey Murphy clip. It's the Lauren Marketing clip. It is big-time players that are set to be traded because these young teams got these opportunities because they think this is a huge draft. So guys are going to be getting rid of people, right? You don't think Anthony Davis may mess around and get traded because Washington has the ability. They're going to trade Anthony Davis. Somebody's going to get Anthony Davis. Now, does he stay healthy? We don't know. But what I'm saying is teams are going to go nuclear. So, and teams in the Eastern Conference like Atlanta, like Detroit, have the ability to go big game hunting, and they are.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Here was the tally so far. Post Jalen Brunson signing, what addition turned the Knicks from a playoff team into a championship contender? OG, Cat, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Mike Brown, 51% OG. 51%. I'm a little surprised by that number. Cat, 26%. Mike Brown, 17%. Josh Hart, Bridges, 6%.
People love OG. He never gets any criticism. He's tough. He's quiet. The ladies love him. You know what I'm saying? He's mysterious.
OG's the kind of people. You know what he is? OG is the guy that would fit in best with the 90s Knicks.
Yeah.
Because he's tough and because he can do all those things.
But he's so quiet. Like, he's mysterious, right?
Yeah.
Josh Hart is a goofball. He's talking. He's like, sometimes he speaks out of turn. Like, he's not a great player. He's just a glue guy. Like, Cat, people hate how soft he feels at times. And then Bridges, I think people don't like Bridges because he don't never get an edge up.
The one thing I'll say about the Knicks,
he just skipped over that. You just let that roll off your tongue. He never gets an edge up.
Who never gets an edge up?
He gets a haircut.
Yeah.
But he's the only black person that's young that never gets his hair lined up.
Well, of course they skipped over that. I don't even know what.
He never, you see my hair? Black people, line up. They want their line crispy. Like he never does that, and then he got nappy chin hair.
He never has hair on the side?
No, he has not. You ever seen the guy Anthony Hamilton? His hair, he don't brush it. Like, he got nappy beard hair. Like, it's never, like, it's like he got a haircut, but he never have a haircut.
I hadn't really considered it.
It's very few black people that you never see with a lineup and their beard straight.
Let's check in with our white correspondent, Tom. Tom, what's your take on all of this?
It's just weird. Because he got money.
It's silent over there.
My take is I need Mike Brownshire to make a disclaimer for Tom Bauer.
Let me see. Listen, okay, we can go to a caller. I'm not 100% sure. Is Ernie a black name? Hold up. Sam is in Irvington. That's definitely that might be a black guy or an African.
Sam, you're on the air.
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I am a black guy. Yeah.
See, you know what I'm saying? When I saw Sam in Irvington, listen, let me tell you something, Sam. It's two things I knew I was going to do in my life. I know I'm going to die black, and I know Popeyes are always going to get my order wrong, right? The damnedest thing happened to me in Irvington. I went to Irvington because I used to live in next to King at the Ave next to the King University when I first got here because I had to figure out a place to live, so I lived in temporary housing. I went to Popeyes.
Oh, you was over there. All right.
Went to Popeyes right there in Irvington, man. I almost cried, man.
Oh, my God.
The pride that them Africans
took. They do
took.
get your order wrong.
No.
Yeah.
These Africans got my order right. It surprised the hell out of me. Like, they took pride. Man, now you see what I'm talking about. Shocked the hell out of me. Shout out to the Popeyes in Irvington, man. We appreciate you, man. They get it done over there, man. They take pride in their damn job. You ever get back, man? They forget your rice. They ain't got your biscuit in there. Not in Irvington, man. They be tight.
They screw you at every drive-through with the exception of Chick-fil-A. That's the only place that consistently gets it right. That's it.
That's why you gotta wait to pull off. You always wait before you pull off and check.
But here's the thing. Hang on, though. Be fair, though. You got to make me open the bag, open the damn sandwiches, go through all of it right there to make sure it's done the right way.
And I'm in the drive-through, too. So
hey,
people.
I do that.
Yeah.
Now, Sam, back to the original quote that I said. Like with Bridges.
Yeah.
Isn't he the only black man you ever seen that never has a lineup? He has a haircut, but he never lines his hairline up. And he got like the Anthony Hamilton cheek hair beard, like nappy beard hair. And he's young as hell.
You got to go back to the college days. He did have a lineup around in the Villanova days. So
why he stopped?
I can't fault him. You know
why he stopped?
I guess he got to keep the street cred. You know, like we need Jason Tatum to get some braids and the nappy fro or something. You know, so
okay, I guess.
So I guess that's what he's going for.
I guess. What you got for us, Sam?
All right. So basically, what you said about Pavs. Greeny earlier, he had a stat that I couldn't believe. The last 3 champions didn't beat a team over the 4 seed. And I looked, and he was right. No team, they beat the 4 seed, the 8 seed, 7 seed, no top seed. Mm-hmm. And that's the last 3 champions, and nobody brings it up. So I don't want cold water thrown on this Knick run because besides the fact none of them teams beat a top seed. Every series, we heard how strong or we can get upset. And then after the fact, these games are unwatchable. No, they're very watchable for Knick fans. We want to see what we've seen. But it seems like the narrative is going, we beat no other team. But the last 3 champions didn't beat a seed over 4. And that's crazy. So we can't put that on the Knicks. We here now. It's time to get this chip. Nothing else matters, so let's go.
Listen, I think when we say that the best opportunity is right now, I think that's virtually always the case because you're here. Like, this is now in front of you. And if we're being truthful about Oklahoma City, as good as they are, and as much as the Knicks are going to be a significant underdog in the series, if it is the Thunder, Bart, this is a team that went 7 with Indiana last year, and Halliburton got hurt in Game 7. Otherwise, they may not have won a championship. And for me, that says the Knicks are more than capable of winning the championship. I did put a little something down.
Okay.
I did put a little something down, but I only got it at plus 240. as opposed to like where we had it a few days ago, where it could have been at like plus 400.
Yeah. And
I didn't have the guts to put it down then.
But to the point about them beating guys that weren't the champions and the previous champions and kind of what they did, right? I'm not diminishing what the Knicks have done. What I'm saying is this is their best opportunity. You know, the Knicks was what seed? What's the Knicks?
Knicks were the 4 or the 3
right.
seed. 3 seed.
So usually the 4 seed don't have. So usually the 3 seed don't have the easiest path. Usually they got to go through hell of hot water. Like those other teams that he's talking about, they were number 1 seeds, right? They were high seeds. Like the Knicks were the 3rd best seed. So they traditionally should have had to play Boston, which was the number 2 seed, and they had to play the Pistons, who was the number 1 seed. They avoided all that. That's what I'm saying. Luck is on their side, right? So if that's the case, you got when fate shines a light on you, you're supposed to take advantage of it. That's all I'm saying.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York YouTube channel at 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. We'll continue to get your comments in. Johnny Blaze, hell yeah, Knicks are more than capable. Kev Chatta, as good as OKC wouldn't have won without favorable whistles. I'll tell you what, you get Oklahoma City in this next series, the Knick fan is going to get very sick very quickly, and it's going to be a major topic of conversation about how much SGA flops.
But that's okay because nobody flops as much as SGA. Nobody does that more than other than him is Brunson. Brunson's right there with him. This is going to be a flop fest. But the reason why Shea Gilly deserves more because he's a 2-time MVP and he's the champion. And you understand as a player, when you earn the right to be a 2-time MVP and a champion, you going to get the whistles. Did Jordan push off? You damn right he did. Should have been an offensive foul? You damn right it should. But what is it called? No, because he's Jeffrey Jordan and he was a champion. So you don't go to a fight thinking that you're going to win it on the cards with the judges. You know you got to knock the champion out. And it's no different in football, basketball, Tom Brady getting whistles from complaining, Bill Belichick getting whistles because he's yelling at the refs. I don't want to hear nothing from no Knicks fans about the favorite whistle. It's going to be unfair, but that's what you sign up for.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Who should the Knicks prefer to face in the NBA Finals?
They are going to face a monster next week when this final starts, but they absolutely can win it.
And is last night's offensive outburst a sign the Yankees are back on track? Plus, how confident are you that the Mets can claw their way back to 500? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver. And we are all getting ready for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York. And, can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Tell us why fans should be excited for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix.
The racing is just so exhilarating coming in and watching it from the shoreline of Governor's Island and in front of the Statue of Liberty, racing in one of the biggest, most amazing cities in the world. I'm getting the goosebumps just talking about it. And these boats are the fastest boats in the world, racing with the best sailors in the world. It's really cool, and it's going to be so electric in New York. And it's our home event this year, so we're pumped.
We are pumped as well, Taylor. We appreciate your time. He is U.S. Sail GP team driver Taylor Canfield. We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
Wait! Before you change the station, listen to this.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll also get a vacation voucher and a tax deduction.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
This is the Michael K. Show.
How could you take any credit away from the Knicks? How? Other than the fact that you're looking for things to hate. The Knicks have beaten the teams that are in front of them. They can't request to play better teams. Maybe they've made the teams that they beat look bad because they're so good. How about that? They made them look like high school players because the Knicks have played at a level that we can't even comprehend.
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. More options, better payouts, all NBA playoffs long. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. Play your game. 21 plus and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, pricing valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Listen, I don't watch the show. And I know I'm going to sound like a creepy old guy right now, right? But I had heard about this the other day. Euphoria. They killed off Jacob Elordi, the character, who was like a main character on the show, I guess. And I know I sound like, oh, I guess, whatever. I'm telling you, I have not watched this show a lot, but I flipped on the episode yesterday when it was on because I had heard about how they killed this guy off.
Yeah.
And it's like my worst nightmare of the two things I would fear the most in life. So this character, if you're a Euphoria person and you haven't watched it yet, here's your spoiler alert, okay?
Yeah,
since I already told you they killed off the character.
Yeah,
they killed off the character.
They binge watch. They know he's dead.
Yeah. So here's the deal. My two biggest fears in life involved right here. This guy, as a character, owed like $1 million to an Armenian gangster. They took him out to the desert, and he was Sydney Sweeney's boyfriend or fiance or something. They were trying to make her pay off the $1 million that he owed in 72 hours because he was saying she was going to come up with the money.
Yeah.
And so they took him, and they told her, you have 72 hours to pay it off. Why 72 hours? Because that's how long it takes to die from dehydration. They took the guy, buried him in a box, a wooden box coffin, basically, 10 feet down under dirt, not in the desert, but close to the desert, and they just had one big PVC pipe down wide open. It was probably like 4 inches wide all the way down right to his face, like 10 feet under.
Yeah.
So, like, he's in the box.
10 feet.
Looking.
You bury somebody when they die 6 feet.
Well, whatever it was. If it was 6 feet or 10 feet.
10 feet.
I don't know if it was 10. I don't know if it was 10 or whatever the foot was. But it looked like it was 10 feet down.
Okay.
And basically, he's just looking right up the pipe to the outer world while he is stuck in this box and can't get out. And they're leaving him there for 72 hours until he dies of dehydration or until they pay him off. Instead of dying from dehydration. So that's number one for me. It's not dehydration. It's being in the enclosed space like that. Like that is like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Number two, not how he died. Rattlesnake comes along, sees the pipe, goes down the pipe all the way down, and is in the box with him, bites him. And he dies from the rattlesnake bite. Snakes,
and it's the crazy part.
Snake's like one of my biggest fears. That's like, I'm watching this. I'm like, I got to stop watching this because I am going to have nightmares. And naturally had nightmares about snakes last night.
The crazy thing is.
Oh, my God. I don't know what I was thinking.
The death isn't immediate from the rattlesnake. He's got to die from the pain of the venom. Like,
oh, yeah. No, that takes a while.
It's paralyzing him. Yeah, it's paralyzing him inside, and then he probably suffocated because it stops your breath and your respiratory from breathing. So he dies from when you get bit by a snake, the venom it attacks your nervous system. So your nervous system is your ability to breathe. So he basically suffocated, but it was sped up by the fact that he got bit by a snake. That's diabolical.
Oh, here it is.
That's diabolical.
Without treatment, death from a rattlesnake bite can occur anywhere from several hours to 2 to 3 days.
Right. So he only had 3 days to begin with. So he probably was only on like 2 hours a day because he was dehydrated because it wasn't the first day.
So that is a long suffering death right there.
That is cruel and unusual punishment, man. Just give me.
Oh my God! But they didn't put the rattlesnake there to do it. The rattlesnake just came along.
I understand that, but what if she got the money in 48 hours or 56 hours?
What was supposedly
he dug his ass up and they see a rattlesnake in the damn thing with him.
So like she came up with the money, or at least they faked it, and another gangster killed that gangster. It was a whole thing.
They went and hurried up and dug him up, and it was
they dug him up, and the rattlesnake's in the box with the dead body. Oh my God!
Nah, see, that's the thing.
What is your worst fear when it comes to that kind of thing?
I'm not gonna say it.
Why not?
Well, I don't want to drown and I don't want to burn to death.
Okay. Yeah, the snakes thing, man. I do not do well with that. Like I was cutting the lawn one time, and there was
got bit by a garter snake.
No. Garter snake I could deal with because it's still tiny.
Nah, man,
But in Jersey, the only poisonous ones they had in North Jersey were copperheads.
R. Kennedy, who just went and got it off Dr. Oz's porch, and he's sitting there. And we can clearly see his ass getting bit, but he was supposed to be such a tough guy that he just taking a bite. The thing is clearly instead of just picking it up and putting it in a bucket, first of all somebody's filming it.
Yeah.
So it's all probably let me go pick him up. Pick him up, dude. The snake, yaga. And he just
yeah. Like so. Anyway, that's number. But when I was cutting the grass one time, there was a copperhead right along the pile.
Ooh.
I sprinted inside.
Ooh.
Sprinted. I would not go back out. Left the lawnmower there. Nope. My brother goes out with an axe looking for it. Like, no.
And here's the crazy thing. You know
they didn't find it.
You know they are attracted to heat sensors because they a lot of them are blind, so that's why they put their tongue out. You know what they were looking at? The thing that was the hottest on your body? Them damn calves. that day was coiling up. He was waiting for you to turn around. He thinking that man, that's a big piece of meat.
No. But that combined, like being in an enclosed space like that, combined with the rattlesnake, my God.
But you're not dying immediately.
No, it's taken forever to do that. But just, oh my God. Whew. Carlin doesn't know about spoiler alerts. I'm sorry, guys. Deal with it.
Bro, we're in the era of binge watching. So if you haven't watched it now, you're not a true fan anyway.
Today's Wednesday. That happened on Sunday night.
Right, so you're not a true fan.
So you would have caught up by now if that had happened. You would have known what happened.
It's this dope series I just started, and I don't watch nothing.
I went out of my way to watch this thing, even though I knew it was the two things. I didn't know that he was in a box. I thought that he was buried up to his head in the dirt, and like his head was just sitting out of the dirt.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
You think Carlin can finish this quote? Give me my 12, Cookie.
I don't know that quote.
Oh, that would be on Men of Honor. So you binge watched that.
I told you I haven't watched it. I didn't binge watch Euphoria. I watched 20 minutes of it to see that one scene.
Okay.
And your tooth hurts again. Serves you right for questioning me on Men of Honor.
Well, you're going somewhere soon, and then you have an opportunity to be on an airplane.
Sunday, yes, I am.
You have an airplane flight.
Yes, and I will watch it. I will absolutely watch Men of Honor. I promise.
Okay.
People are, Carlin, what's your 40 time? I actually ran the 40 one time as a joke because I thought I could do it in under 5.
Under 5?
I thought at the time, and I was like
the big dudes that move do like 5'2".
And I was like in my early 30s. I thought I could do under 5. 6.25. Brought out the damn sundial.
You and Rich Eisen going at it?
Listen, you saw me sprint against Barash one time at Giants camp, and that didn't go well for me.
Didn't you pull a hammy?
No, but I did. He beat me soundly, and that was a sad day for me.
Like he's skinny fat.
Like everybody thinks they're fast until you find out you're really not.
Like we that's what I'm saying. I'm not worried. You know what I'm saying, like if everybody inside of the studio and Ray and Tom over there, if we ever get chased by a bear, I'm not even gonna panic.
Okay, so
I know I ain't getting caught.
So here's a guy on here named Tutty Time. The character that Jacob Elordi was playing was Nate Jacobs. You need to see the diabolical blank he did to other characters in the previous 2 series. I haven't.
So he deserved that. He earned that.
Kev Chatta, Carlin 40 is 40. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
The Garden waited.
I think of the fans. They are just the best fans and the most loyal, and they've been through so much.
New York waited.
The 27-year wait is over. They will play for the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
The finals are here.
They haven't just been good. They haven't just been dominant. The Knicks have been completely unstoppable.
This is your home for the Eastern Conference champion New York Knicks and the NBA Finals. This is ESPN New York.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hey Yankees fans, join us at Yankee Stadium on Saturday, June 20th as we celebrate Aaron Judge winning the 2025 American League Most Valuable Player Award. It's Aaron Judge MVP Bobblehead Day, presented by T-Mobile. The first 18,000 guests through the gates will receive a special bobblehead commemorating Judge's MVP season. The Yankees take on the Cincinnati Reds Saturday, June 20th. Get your tickets now at yankees.com/tickets.
Did your dog just get groomed? She's got a pep in her step.
Actually, she's gotten famous. She's one of 18 dogs on the New Jersey Dog Scratch-Offs from the New Jersey Lottery.
What?
Yeah, New Jersey voted, and 18 dogs were chosen.
Well, look at her.
It's gone to her head a bit.
Play the New Jersey Dog Scratch-Offs, featuring 18 real New Jersey dogs and a top prize of $200,000.
Oh, are you a famous doggy? Yes, you are.
Must be 18 years old to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Right now, police are stepping up patrols to make sure drivers and pedestrians obey our crosswalk laws. Why? Because every year in New York, people are injured or killed just crossing the street. So remember, pedestrians, obey traffic signals and use crosswalks. And drivers, yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. If you don't, we will educate you on the law, and you may get a ticket, because tickets get attention, and that saves lives. A message from the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is just driving the kids to soccer practice. Make every day feel epic in an all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Because when you're hauling kids, gear, snacks, and backpacks, space matters. And so does comfort. Just make sure they keep their cleats off the seats. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details. Rich Eisen here. Running a small business means every hire matters. A bad hire costs time and money, but the right one helps your business grow. The challenge? Finding that person without sorting through resumes. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro comes in. It screens candidates so you can focus on conversations with qualified talent. With Hiring Pro, you can hire with confidence and build the team you need. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply.
It's playoff basketball. You got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in, because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we wanted.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, and Peacock.
Yeah, California, but not California right now. We're going to tell you guys about Samuel Payne. You know what I see all the time, Chris? Yeah, exactly that. People living with pain. Back pain, neck pain, sciatica, and our boy Tom's case, knee pain.
Or tooth pain if it's in your case.
Ooh, shots fired. Thinking it's just part of life? I know it's not, Tom. I'm Bart Scott, and I'm here to tell you guys that you guys need to call Dr. Jay Shaw at Samuel Payne Institute. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical treatments that actually fixes the issue. No surgery, no downtime, no pain medication, just real results that get you moving again. They've got same-day or next-day appointments, offices in Woodbridge and Livingston and Inglewood, so it's one closest to you. Go to SamuelPayne.com and stop living with that pain, Tom. Thanks for the spoons, too, my brody. Yo, Tom, listen. Tom hooking me up. He put spoons in the freezer, so I can put it and get some cold compression on these cheekbones. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm about to lock up like lockjaw, like I got rabies.
We were going to try to get
I got bit by Cujo.
We didn't have any bags of frozen vegetables for you to put on your face. Or
frozen
steak.
peas? Yeah, you know nobody around here eat vegetables.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. I do have to point out, I teased this earlier. I should have played this earlier, but remember a couple of years ago, I think it was a couple of years ago, Becky Hammon, the coach of the Las Vegas Aces, maybe about a year ago, three-time champ. I mean, listen, she's got credentials for sure. Made the comment that you can't win a championship with a guard the size of Jalen Brunson.
Not named Isaiah Thomas.
All right, well, she didn't say that part.
Okay.
But she said that. So Becky, of course, with Jalen going to the finals, was asked about it.
I speak from experience, and I never, Allen Iverson got MVP, and he lost in the finals, and I think the two best teams are probably in the West. But I'm up for being proven wrong. And that's the other thing, is I think Jalen Brunson's a hell of a player, I'm speaking historically on the NBA. With what I said, I don't know why that's being brought. Like, why everybody's so stuck on that. I said it 2 years ago. I stand by it.
I'm letting you clear the air.
There's no air to be cleared. I said what I said.
Yeah.
He proves me wrong. He proves me wrong. I mean, good for him. But I do think the two best teams are in the West.
We know who you like, right?
Oh, well, you know who I'm cheering for.
Spizzers. For people that don't know, she got her start being one of Greg Popovich's assistants. So when she say you know who I'm rooting for, she's rooting for the Spurs. If people out there weren't aware of that fact.
But I give her credit. She doubled down. So, yeah, I'm still here.
But why not?
Yeah.
Like, she's historically right. Allen Iverson didn't get there. Well, Avery Johnson was never. I mean,
but he was never that level of guard.
Right.
I mean, Avery Johnson. Avery Johnson's playing with those other guys.
Chris Paul never got there. Dame Lillard never got there.
I think. Yeah. I mean, Chris Paul wasn't. Chris Paul was always playing with some other star.
But he was always considered the best player.
Mm.
He played with Anthony Davis for a little bit, but when he was in Lob City, he still was the best player. Blake Griffin was a guy that he enhanced and made better.
Yep.
He had some other stars with him, but he didn't get it done. They tried to bring Paul Pierce, still didn't get it done.
Let's hit Andre at Brooklyn next on ESPN New York. Andre, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yo, Bart, today you killing me, man. I think that medicine that you took is messing your head up right now. One thing I can say, you saying right. You listen, Bart. You're right. This is the next year. If they don't do it this year, we don't have next year. But I will say this: easy path. You wrong, my brother, because I couldn't wait to see Detroit. We wanted to whoop their butt, but we know, you lost, bro. So we didn't get to see y'all. But with that said, my brother, you're gonna be all right though. But stop taking that medicine, man, because you don't need it right now. Even though your mouth hurt, all right? You my dude still.
But look, Dre, they avoided Boston. Wouldn't you rather play Philadelphia with a beat up Embiid that just went 7, knowing that his ass wasn't even gonna play all 6 games in that series? Wouldn't you want to have that? Like, listen, I'm not saying apologize for it, Drizzy. I'm not saying to apologize for it. I'm just saying it's the easier path. If they could pick their opponents, those are the opponents they would pick.
I agree.
Usually the 3 seed got to go through hell.
But you can't say this was easy, bro. It's not easy. Just like when you was in the playoff. Hold up, Bart. When you was in the playoff, it was easy. Y'all kicked New England butt.
No. What?
Hold up, we got the Pittsburgh Wild. Boom, we got our butt kicked. And I love you, man, because I couldn't wait to whoop their butt either. But you my dude.
But Drizzy,
it wasn't easy, bro.
Drizzy, you know who I had to go through to get to Pittsburgh? I had to go through Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Phillip Rivers. That's hard as hell. That's the hardest path. I much rather have to go through the C.J. Stroud.
You still my guy, because you did your thing, bro. You and your team did your thing. Again, the Knicks did their thing, brother. I'm just saying, if we would have saw Detroit, I don't care if you would have said it was easy or not. But, bro, we here. We here, so this is our year. You're right, bro. Just give us our flowers. That's all I'm saying. You my man still, though.
Drizzy, I'm giving y'all all the flowers. I'm saying this is we got to win it this year. Like, do you think this is not the easiest path? Like, it's not the Knicks' fault that they didn't have to play Boston. It's not the Knicks' fault that they didn't have to play the Pistons. Listen, thank God the Pistons beat the brakes off the Cavs, because if they would have beat the Pistons in 6, they'd have been rested. Right? Because they beat the Pistons.
Well, ask Kenny Atkinson. Analytically, losing those 2 Game 6s were massive.
They beat the Pistons 3 straight times, right? They could have just swept them in 4, and they would have won in 6. But because that last game the last game was a walkthrough anyway.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, that. Am I tripping by saying that they had an easy path? If I had to pick my opponents, those are the opponents I would pick.
Ricardo has been very patient. Ricardo, I didn't realize how long you were on hold. I apologize for that. But what's going on?
My God. You know what, man? I think this became the Carlin Atkinson show because, bro, you speaking at your bottom right now, dog, to say that the New York Knicks had a real easy path. Hold on. First off, your Detroit Pistons, they fugazi. They're never going to be in first place ever again in a very long time. All right? They proved that 2 years ago. They were good. Hold on. Let me get my point. They proved it. They're not. By the way they lost to Cleveland, especially in that last game where they got waxed, all right? Your team's fugazi. Detroit's fugazi. I'm going to tell you why we didn't have an easy path. I'm going to tell you why. The reason why we have an easy path is because the 76ers in a 3-1 deficit, dog, took out the Boston Celtics with the hurt Embiid. And everybody on the media, even me as a diehard, I'm the dude who spent $817 to go see the Knicks lose in Game 2. I went to Philly to go watch them sweep the 76ers that beat the Celtics. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers, your team had the opportunity to take them out, and they didn't. You can't say this is the easy path.
It is the easy path.
Look at the Spurs. It's not. Look at the Spurs. The Spurs have Portland.
No, keep Ricardo ass on because
he's not going to shut up. This problem. He just keeps going.
No, I never said to shut up. Never said to shut up. I said excuse me.
No. I'm saying you won't shut up. Give Bart a chance to respond to you. That's my point.
I'm sorry.
I just want to.
Look who the Spurs had and look at OKC had. They had her team. Look, you think the Spurs could have beaten?
They played Jokic. They played Jokic and Jamal Murray. What are you talking about?
They played a hurt. Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards would have been 100%. If Anthony Edwards would have been 100%, we wouldn't even be talking about the Spurs right now.
Okay. Now, Ricardo, let me respond to what the hell you're talking about. You mean to tell me that you're telling me that the Pistons will never be good? This is the worst that they're ever going to be. Like, Kay Cunningham is 25 years old. They haven't even made the Brunson. They haven't made the Brunson move yet. Let alone have they made the Cat move. Let alone have they made the OG move. Let alone have they made the Bridges move. So what the hell are you talking about? Like, were you saying this was the best that the Knicks was going to be when they lost to the Pacers last year? No, you didn't say that. So come on, man. Miss me with the whole, like, my team is fugazi. My team is young and inexperienced. Like, do you not remember, like, the SGA experience when they were the number 1 seed and they lost? We all remember that, right? Like, they lost in the first round, I think, to either Minnesota or Denver or somebody like that.
I think it was Minnesota. Right.
So they lost real early, right? Did we say that was the end for – like, it's part of the progression, brother. Like, so, like I said, this is the Knicks had an easy path. The Pistons were a overrated team because they played the season hard as hell, like the Knicks played a couple years ago when they won all those games, and they were the 4th seed and they got bounced by Atlanta, right? When they were the home team, they had the home field advantage or home court advantage. So it's like, bro, stop it. I get it. Feel good about your team, but don't turn me into that guy because he almost flipped me. See, he almost flipped me when I was going to say, well, y'all going to get y'all ass gentlemen sweeping 5. He almost flipped me, but I'm going to stay on this side. But, man, calm your ass down when you want to attack my Pistons.
By just saying he almost flipped you, you just went over to that side a little bit.
Nah, he almost flipped me, man, because, like, and let's see who wins the offseason this year. This team that the Knicks have is going to be the same team without Mitchell Robinson. And, matter of fact, we might just sign Mitchell Robinson to piss y'all off.
Can we worry about that in about a month?
Yes, that's this dude talking about like
he's responding to you.
But how is it not rational to say that the Knicks had an easy path? Oh, we went through a Joel Embiid and look what they did to Boston. Yeah,
there have been plenty of teams
he almost died.
That have had paths that have not been the most curious or the most difficult because there have been upsets in earlier rounds.
Right.
There have been plenty of teams that have had that.
But it normally never happens to the 4th seed or the 3rd seed. Usually that happens to the 1st seed.
Okay, well, it
or
still
the 3rd
happens.
seed. Or the 2nd seed.
It still happens, and even though it has, it's not a knock on anything.
Just point out the obvious.
I know you're pointing out the obvious, but everybody's taking it, well, we had an easy path. That Bart just doesn't think we're that good.
OKC and the
then
Spurs
are going to lose in 5.
The Spurs and OKC is in a war.
Yeah.
They don't leave you, like, the Knicks didn't have to play that.
Here's what you're not giving the Knicks enough credit for. They didn't just beat these teams, they destroyed them. They have the high, you want to say they had an easier path? That's fine. They took them and they dismantled everybody else.
And OKC
they won by an average of 19 points a game. And that's the highest ever.
And OKC did the same thing until they ran into the Spurs. Remember, they both was on a 9-game winning streak. Remember? Mm-hmm. Until they ran into a real team. The Knicks haven't had to play a real team yet. Let's see if they win 10 straight. Let's see if they win 14 straight.
Michael
You're right.
K.
They'll win 14 straight, Michael.
Michael K. is up next. Then Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Who should the Knicks prefer to face in the NBA Finals?
They are going to face a monster next week when this final starts, but they absolutely can win it.
And is last night's offensive outburst a sign